Arabella on my screen. Her smile, it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene, in the morning or the night. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong.
Battles got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feet, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable, nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
All right, good morning, guys. Good morning. As much as I know you guys love my AI songs, I said, let's get into it. Let's get into it. And I really took you guys' feedback seriously. Again, for those of you who came here, you guys really enjoyed the body cam footage reviews and sort of like the show that I had behind that. And so I'm here with another set of videos, another set of body cam footage that we're going to review. We're going to critique them. I'm going to try and make sure that I don't come across bias or any of that weird shit. You know, people be trying to say like I'm just choosing body cam footage that makes a certain group look bad. No, we're doing general body cam footage, and the stuff that I have for you guys today is a hot mess. Okay, hot mess. Trigger warning again for those of you who might find some of these subjects to be sensitive. We're going to be going over a range of different subjects today, including an alleged violent parent who deleted her child and things like that. So I just wanted to make sure that I gave you guys a trigger warning. I was vibing to your intros. My bad. But, sometimes I don't want to fluff the show up too much with, just like my intro videos and stuff like that. I understand that this is a completely different algorithm. I am coming in via shorts, live feeds, and things like that. So I know people want to see a show. So I'm here to bring you a show. If y'all want to listen to my AI music, I'm going to play it at the end again, in case that was something that you enjoyed. But I'm going to get right into the content. Okay, so we're going to be reviewing body camera footage. Hold on, y'all. I got to do something that I just realized I forgot to do. Okay, I got to do something real quick, and then we will continue. Okay, just give me 2 seconds, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm actually going to keep playing that song for y'all. Hold on. Let's go. No, it was everything. All right, give me 1 second.
Battles got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feed, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving no lesser. Florabella's reign strong in the landless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable nature's child.
All right, y'all. All right. So sorry for that. So sorry. I completely forgot to do some things that were supposed to be done before I started the video. So my bad, guys. Just have to cut out there for a second. But let's go ahead and get started on this little journey, okay? So we're going to look at body cam footage. Hey, Robin. What's going on, boo? What is going on? What's going on, Crazy Miata? Crazy Miata, what's going on? That sounds like a nice car. I've driven in the Miata. The last stream got people triggered. Oh, yes. Trust me, Robert. I know. Listen, when the shoe be fitting, when I tell you when that shoe be fitting, it be fitting and it be hurting. Them toes be scrumpled up in them shoes. And that's why that's why they're going to continue to crash out. She says, keep flushing these videos out. Oh, trust me, Robin, I will, okay? And I know you guys enjoyed this type of content, so I'm here to deliver some more, okay? This video, though, okay, let's start, because I did mention in the beginning of my video, I don't want people to think I'm doing anything biased, that I'm going out and looking for footage of black bandits. First of all, black bandits need to stop making footage of them acting a damn fool so accessible to the internet and not be mad at me, okay? But I'm not going to be it's not like I just go out and look for those particular videos. I have a range of body cam videos that I watch from channels that have body cam footage. So I'm watching dozens of videos a day. I'm not cherry picking based off race or nothing like that. Okay. So if you feel like all the body cam footage that I'm looking at is all towards a certain race, ask yourself why you're making excuses for that race in the first place. Okay, that's the only thing I'm going to say to that. But that being said, this first one was actually funny, and I wanted to start out lighthearted because, again, the subject matter, trigger warning, gets very unfortunate. There are some instances of people being accused of violence against their children in this one, and as well as some other violent situations. So I want to make sure to give a trigger warning. But we're going to start with this lady here who gets pulled over because the police smelled, she was driving erratically, but then the police smelled some stuff on her and they decided to have a conversation, right? So let's get into it.
Good evening, I'm Officer Flame Palmish Gardens. The reason I pulled you over is you're on 71 miles an hour. Oh. You have your license, registration, insurance?
I'm so sorry, sir. Oh.
Where you ladies come from tonight?
I gotta go to the bathroom so bad it hurt. Oh my God, It hurts so bad. Oops, wrong thing. I'm sorry.
All right, give me 1 second. This.
Yes, sir.
If you want to go and step out me real quick, I want to make sure you're all set to drive. We'll have you on your way home, okay?
What do you mean set to drive, sir?
Make sure you're not under the influence, okay?
Oh, I'm not under the influence, but I'm scared right now. So why would you think I'm under the influence? Hi.
Hey. Make sure you're not under the influence, okay?
Oh, I'm not under the influence, but I'm scared. He's looking in my purse.
No, I'm not. So I can smell it, I can see it. And
you see it? And smell what?
Well, your speech is slurred, your eyes are watery, I can smell it coming out of the car. So if you're going to step out, we'll make sure you're all set and we'll have you on your way home, okay?
Literally, right up there. Calm down. We're going to record it. You say...
We're recording it too. We got 2 cameras and the one on the car.
You can see and smell alcohol on me.
I already told you that. Come on out, man. If you're all right to drive, you'll be on your way home. There'll be no problem.
Exactly, but what are you trying to do to me right now?
I'm trying to make sure you're all set to drive, that you're not driving under the influence, just like I told you before.
Okay, could you call Jimmy or somebody to come here?
No, don't call anybody to come here right now.
No, I'm calling my little brother, and I have the right to do that.
Tell them to keep their distance.
All right, I'm scared too that you're not getting out of the car, so go ahead and step out, please,
I'm
okay?
out of the car, so I'm turning on the light. My hands are up. I know I'm black. My hands are up. I'm a woman. I'm not a threat.
I know I'm a police officer, and I don't know why you're acting like that.
Hold on.
Nobody's hands are on their guns, so please go ahead and step out.
My hands are on the wheel.
Yeah,
I don't have
we
any
can see
hands.
that. Our hands are up too. Let's go.
And let me just say, Black women, okay? Listen. Stop going to these rallies. Stop listening to this hands up, don't shoot narrative. I'm not saying it don't happen. But some of you guys internalize this shit way too much. Way too much. Listen, I get around the police, I become Karen. I'm not about to get around the police and start acting like they're just going to shoot me because I'm black. Like, what is wrong? What is wrong with some of you guys? You know, this election showed us that some of you guys, and I'm talking to my black queens right now, okay? Look at me, okay? Pretend I'm Dr. Umar. This is not your fight, honey. This is not your fight. If you left your house inebriated, you guys are going to see why I'm saying this. If you left your house inebriated, you made a grave mistake. Okay, you made a grave mistake to be trying to channel Dr. Umar and the slaves, the free slaves, because you got caught slipping is nasty work. That's all I'm going to say. Not Umar Marcus Garvey Johnson. Listen, Empress, I'm trying to figure out why she's summoning, I'm going to record, I'm going to call this person, I'm going to call that. Why is she doing that? This is the beginning of this stop. Why is she channeling Dr. Umar Marcus Ifatunde Garvey Johnson? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Okay? But let's continue.
Please step out, man.
Wait.
Please come on out.
I'll come out.
You're not doing it, though.
Please don't touch
You're not
me.
doing it.
I'm just afraid.
Let's go. Come on out.
Put this on me.
You've already got 2 cameras on you. Go ahead and step out. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Come on back over here.
Where do you want me to
Where
go?
my finger's pointing. Do you see my
Okay.
finger? Do you see where it's pointing?
Oh my God.
Please
This
go
is
ahead and
not
stand over
happening.
there.
Oh
Let's go,
my
right
God.
over here.
Please don't say this is happening.
Okay, do you have any medical condition with your eyes not corrected by
I do not have
glasses?
any medical condition at all. Oh my God.
Okay, are you able to walk a straight line?
I can walk
Why are you
whatever
acting
you
like
want.
this?
I'm because you white, I'm black. I don't want to
So
get
you're
killed.
racist. So why are you being
I don't wanna get
racist?
killed. My husband
Why are you
is
being
white.
racist?
My husband
Where are you
is
going?
white. My husband
Stop.
is white.
Stop
Come
now.
on over here. Stop.
Okay, did y'all hear her say, my husband is white? My husband is white. Okay, you're laying down with a white man every night, but this is how you're acting towards the police. You see why I tell some of you guys, put the kente cloth down. Put the kente cloth down and relax. Talking about my husband's white.
Doing that. Stop
Okay,
acting like
I
this.
did.
You're acting
I'm
like
afraid.
a child.
I'm afraid. I don't know what to do.
Stop going
What
over
do you- I
here.
just walked
You
the
need to
line.
listen.
My hands are
No.
up. I held
Did
no
I tell
weapons.
you to walk?
I promise you I don't have anything,
What
sir.
is your name?
Oh my
What's your
God.
name?
You got my
Listen,
license,
this
sir.
is real
You got
easy.
my license.
All you have to do.
Oh my God.
Why
I
are you not
walked the right
listening?
line.
Why are you not
I
listening?
walked the
Why
right
are you
straight
not
line.
listening?
I walked the straight line.
No, she's lit out her mind, okay? She's lit out her mind, but I walked the straight line. Your husband's white, you're scared of white people, and you walk the straight line. No. This is what put the kente cloth down. Look, she's dressed like she's going to a Umar retreat. She's dressed like she's going to a Dr. Umar retreat with the kente cloth all around her. This is what I'm trying to tell some of you people. You gotta relax. You gotta relax with all that pro-black stuff, all that, fight the power, fight the white man. The first thing she said, the second thing she said, my husband's white. So why are you acting like that when you see these police officers, other than you being drunk out your mind? Please don't think that. Like, she's literally trying to sit there and act like she's in some type of grave racial danger. You know how disgusting this is compared to people who actually go through prejudice every day and they don't act like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's ridiculous. But let's continue.
Why are you not listening?
Stand. All you have to do is stand.
My hands are up. I don't have no weapons. Please don't choke me or hurt me,
What's
please.
your name?
Go ahead and stand right here for me. Bring your feet together, hands on your sides.
Oh my God, I have no weapons, please. I haven't done anything. I had to go to the potty really bad.
You're not listening. Are you listening? Are you listening right now?
I had to go to the potty really bad.
Are you listening?
You told me to stand right here.
No, I told you to stand right here.
Well, I gotta come so close to you. I'm afraid to come close to you.
Okay, listen, I'm going to advise you of a thing. Call your Taylor warnings, okay?
Oh my God.
I suspect that you're driving under. Stop talking.
Oh my God.
Stop talking.
I don't want to die.
You're not listening.
I don't want to die.
You get back in the car.
You're not listening.
You get back in the car. Get back in the car. Get back in the car. We're trying to deal with it. Listen.
Don't tell me to get back in the car.
I will tell you to get back in the car because you're interfering with our investigation. Get in the car.
Talk to me. I don't want to die.
Why are you acting like a child? Why are you acting like a child?
I don't want to die.
Stop acting like a child.
You get out of the car again, you're going to jail for resisting obstruction. You understand?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, first of all, you were speeding, and I want you to stop talking.
I gotta go to the potty so bad. Please, my hands
I want you to stop talking.
My hands are all. What do you want me to do?
To stop talking.
What do you want me to do?
Stop talking.
Oh my God.
Stop talking. Lower your hands.
Put your hands down. Follow instructions.
I'm scared. I don't have no weapons. I'm defensive.
Okay. Time out. You need to listen right now, okay?
God.
You're being advised of your Taylor warnings. If you do not cooperate and participate in these exercises.
And Taylor warning, just in case nobody knows, and I had to go look at it myself when I was watching this video the first time. Taylor warnings are what they give when a suspect is clearly possibly under the influence and they refuse to cooperate, which is their right, but they refuse to cooperate. They refuse to take a breathalyzer. They refuse the actions that are being asked of them by the police officers. And so the police have to tell them, this is going to be used against you. So that's the warning he's trying to give her. And she's shouting again like a toddler. Okay, this is not what it looks like when you're being treated unfairly by the police. This is not what it looks like. But she definitely tried it, though. She definitely tried it with her kente cloth and all that on.
You are not going to dispel my concern that you're driving under the influence of alcohol, chemical, or controlled substance.
Taylor warnings are specific to Florida case law and help build a case if a suspect is not cooperating with a drunk driving investigation.
I did not tell you to walk the straight line.
You told me to walk the straight line.
No, I asked.
And I don't believe that they have Taylor warnings in every state. So if you try this, don't try this extra shit at home. Robin said she's doing too much. Shut up and just follow his instructions. She's literally shouting over him, okay? You know, after this election that recently passed and how people were acting, I said, I need to reevaluate. I need to see why are people doing so much, right? And this is part of it, I believe. This mindset that everything is like, every consequence that you get in your life as an American has to do with you being black. Honey, you are drunk. And if he can tell just from looking at you and from the sniff coming from your vehicle, then you're already too drunk to be behind the wheel.
If you could walk a straight line. Next, your inaction to participate in these exercises will force me to make an arrest based on the totality of the circumstances as I know them to this point, and it will be used against you in court. Are you willing to do these exercises?
I don't know what you're saying. I'm so afraid right now.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you one more time. Not doing these exercises is going to force me to make an arrest based on the totality of the circumstances, and it will be used against you in a court of law. Are you willing to do these exercises?
Whatever exercises, sir. Just don't kill me,
So
please.
place your hands down at your sides.
I'm scared.
Place your hands down at your sides.
Why? I want to let
Maybe
you know
she
I
doesn't
have no
understand
weapons.
because she is under the influence. Because
I am not under the influence,
Then put your
ma'am.
hands down at your side.
Why do I have to? I'm afraid. I don't want them to think I got weapons.
exercises.
I don't have no weapons,
Did
sir.
anybody say you had a weapon?
Oh my God, I'm afraid.
Okay.
My
Ma'am.
hands are up. I have
Ma'am.
nothing.
Ma'am, listen to me. Listen to me.
Ma'am, you
Right
accuse
now-
me of drinking. I know.
She didn't accuse you of anything.
I'm
She
just trying
said
to
she
speak
must
to
be
you.
under influence.
you're
Exercise
not
you want me to
listening.
do? What exercise you
Then
want me to
just listen
do?
to
I
what
want you to
What
stand right
exercise?
here.
I'm afraid to come
I
close
want
to
you
you.
to stand
I
right.
don't
Well,
want
if
to
you
die
don't come close to
tonight.
me, I'm going to come close to you.
Okay, what do you
so bring
want
your
me to
feet
do?
together,
What do you
hands
want?
at your
My
sides.
free-
Hands at your sides.
Oh my God.
Hands at your sides.
I don't have any
Hands
weapons,
at your
sir.
sides.
I don't
Nobody
have
said
any
you have a
weapons.
weapon.
I have nothing.
You see the top of this pen?
Oh my God.
You're not listening.
Of course I see the top
Okay,
of the pen,
lower your
sir.
hands to your sides.
Morel, did you call for help?
Your help is here.
I hope. I know you're not my.
Now, come on, y'all. I've already seen one too many stupid things that she's done just in the last minute. She's not following instructions at all. She's yelling over the police officers. Her sister, although being in the passenger seat, doesn't offer to just drive because they most likely are both drunk. They're both drunk. And she has the nerve to say, call for help. Who is going to come help your stupid ass? Only time will help alcohol. Okay? You need to take an hour, 2, 3, 4 hours, go to sleep. You should have just pulled over and fell asleep in the car, but no, she want to drive, lit like this, and then try to make it a black thing. Hey, Renee. Bridget Renee. Tell both of them to call their boyfriends. Well, here's the gag, Ghost. Her husband is a white man. She all but announced that to police officers. She said, my husband's white. So why are you acting scared of these police officers for then? You weren't scared enough to marry a white man, but you're scared just at the sight of white police officers? Like, I can't. She's doing too much. But let's continue because this is not it. She's gonna keep acting a fool.
You see the top of this pen?
Oh my God!
Maybe if you stop being racist for a second and listen.
I'm not being racist. I'm afraid for my life, dude.
Why? Because you're being racist. Because you are being racist.
Why are you behind me, sir? You ready to take me down?
You're making this more. Come
I don't
on.
want to die. I didn't do nothing. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to die tonight.
You're going to follow this
I
with
just
your...
don't want to die tonight. Please don't
You
kill
see the
me.
top of this pen. You're going to
Please
follow
don't
this.
kill
Stop
me.
talking.
I don't want to die. I promise you I didn't do
10:15.
nothing.
10:15.
Oh
You're
my
under
God.
arrest for driving under the influence of
Oh,
alcohol,
I'm
chemical, or
not.
controlled substance.
I'm under arrest for what?
Because you failed. He told you a couple times.
No, I'm so
You failed.
afraid.
Well, you shouldn't have been.
Failed to
There's no
listen.
need.
Oh my
Everybody has.
God. Real, I
You
got
don't even have tears, ma'am. You don't
Nope.
even have tears.
It's all in
Just
that.
saying
She's being
that.
racist out here.
Morel, can I ask for the supervisor? Can I have the supervisor?
Sure, you
I
sure
need
can.
supervisor.
I will call the
I need
supervisor for you.
supervisor.
Draft 13 may have a supervisor. Individuals not
Look
happy.
at her carrying.
Morel, come get my drink. Oh, she threw my stuff on the ground.
Right
She
there.
threw my stuff on the ground.
Yes, I'm
Taking it off gently.
What
There's
is
no
going
need to yell
on?
like that.
I'm
Please
so
don't.
afraid.
What did my sister do? What did
One
my
bracelet.
sister do?
I want to be safe.
You're the safest person in the city. You have police officers with you.
No, sir. No, it's too much going on. I don't feel safe.
Ain't nothing going on.
OMG. What are you doing?
Is this connected?
My God, are you
Is it sewn
taking
in?
my wig off? It is.
Sewn in.
It
Then they'll
is.
take it off at the counter.
I'm being arrested.
You are being arrested because you didn't participate in the exercise.
Sir, I walked a straight line.
I didn't tell you to walk the
I
straight
walked
line.
a straight
I
line.
didn't tell you to.
OMG. I gotta pee so bad.
I wonder why you got to pee so bad.
I was drinking a lot of water. I had sparkling water.
Okay, then you should have done the exercises. You would have had no problem.
God.
Now, has water ever made y'all need to pee like that? I gotta pee so bad. I was speeding because I got a party. I got a party. This hoe sounds drunk as hell. She sounds like me on a Saturday night. She is drunk as hell. Wigs coming off. Yeah, because, honey, they were asking her to do a simple set of instructions. If she didn't want to perform whatever breathalyzer or something, she didn't have to do that per se. But the fact that she didn't cooperate, immediately started screaming race, and she was probably stanking it up, right? Meaning smelling like not dispensary, what do you call it? A distillery in the breath. And then she got some nerve to be talking about, I'm just so scared. The lady clocked her. She said, ain't no tears. She said, there ain't no tears on your face. What are you scared of? You ain't even crying for real. And then she's going to say her wig is sewed in. They're going to cut it off, baby. They cut them dreadlocks. They cut them afros. They're going to cut that wig off. You should have thought about that before you got behind the wheel.
Sewed in, sweetie.
I need to check to make sure you don't have any. I feel metal, man, so I have to make sure you don't hurt my officers.
Oh, I'm in cuffs. I'm a hurt officer. I'm in cuffs, ma'am. I cannot hurt somebody.
How can you do all that and not have tears? That's what's interesting. It's interesting that you're trying to cry without tears.
Scared. I just don't want to get hurt, dude.
You acted like a child the whole time. That's why you're
How? A child I don't want to get hurt. Morel, look in my wallet. I have my attorney in the wallet. Please call my attorney right now.
Well, we're not going to talk to him.
No.
Morel, just call the attorney, please. Please don't break that, ma'am.
I didn't. I've been taking very much care of your items.
Thank you. Morel, please call my attorney right now.
Morel? Okay. Right now she's under arrest for suspicion of DUI.
Why?
I just want to confirm, you just took a necklace?
That's my twin sister.
Okay. And here's a bracelet.
She didn't do anything.
Okay, well, all she had to do
We were just going home.
Ma'am, can I speak? I'm talking to you calmly and respectfully, okay?
I'm a 45-year-old woman because I'm an idiot. And I'm an educated woman. So don't talk to me like an idiot.
I'm a 40-year-old man, and I'm talking to you with the same respect that I get from you. Okay?
So please don't talk to me like I'm dumb.
I'm not.
Because I'm a very...
So she tried to invoke age. She said, I'm your elder. She's 45. And let me just say, you got to tell people you're educated, honey. Something is not giving. It's not giving educated. It's giving big dummy. Okay? It's giving big dummy because you let your sister drive knowing she was toe up and you're obviously not in condition to drive yourself. Talking about, I'm an educated person. I'm educated. Okay, girl. Okay, let's continue.
Very smart.
Right, I'm trying to explain to you the process on what's happening.
Sergeant Leffler, for transparency purposes, this discussion is going to occur on body-worn camera, sir. Okay. I pulled this vehicle over because I observed it traveling 71 miles an hour in the outside through lane. Vehicle slow rolled to a stop right here. Upon contact, I made contact with that woman in the driver's seat, Miss, identified by Florida driver's license photo. Upon contact, I noticed that she had glassy eyes, slurred speech. I detected the odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage coming off of her breath. Gathered her information, went back, conducted my records check, waited for 94 to arrive so I could resume my investigation. Asked her to exit the vehicle. She starts pulling out the phone. She gave me a little bit more of a hard time going back and forth with me about getting out of the vehicle. Finally, she exited the vehicle on her own accord. I tried to ask her if she had any medical conditions which would affect any of the exercises performed. She started yelling, walking with her hands up, saying that she was scared. I asked if she could walk a straight line. She proceeded to start walking down the white fog line without being told to do so. I then got her to about where she's standing with Officer Rigney over there. She stood like this with her hands up. I kept telling her, please lower your hands. She kept saying she doesn't have a weapon. At no point was a weapon drawn on her. At no point was my hand on my gun. At no point was she accused of having a fire.
And you see, these cops be smooth handling this, because I would have been like, if you don't get your dumb ass out of this car, like, she's clearly drunk. She's clearly drunk. And he's doing a beautiful job of explaining his interaction with her. No bias, and I'm assuming, obviously, that a lot of it has to do with being recorded on the body cam. But I've heard some funny things on body cams. No bias. He straight up just said, this lady just started bucking wild. And that's exactly what she did. All right, the body cam footage is called Woman's Attitude Makes Traffic Stop 10 Times Worse. It was a traffic stop. She didn't have to go to jail, but obviously she had liquor on her breath and she didn't know how to act with the liquor on her breath. And she also had no intention of following any directions of the police officers. But you guys are going to see she has a little bit of a meltdown and even thinks that she can still talk her way out of this after.
Firearm or any kind of weapon that would harm us. She kept saying she was scared. I attempted at least 2 times to advise her of her Taylor warnings, to which she kept yelling and talking over me. Then she said she was willing to do whatever that we needed to do, but kept her arms in the air and would not approach me because the HGN has to be conducted within 12 to 18 inches away from the person. I held the stimulus device in front of her face. She would not look at it, would not participate. She was instantly placed under arrest, and you can hear her over there still hollering. She requested for a supervisor. That's where we're at.
She making an arrest based on your observations and her refusals to.
Yes, sir. She did not dispel my concern that she was driving under the influence, and I tried to explain that to her. However, she kept talking over me.
Why my sister being
I'm trying to explain that to you, but you keep
she's
cutting
like
off.
less than 5 minutes away.
It doesn't matter how far. We've arrested people in their driveway before.
What did she do?
Well, she was speeding, and we believe she may be under the influence. I'm going to be honest with you. An attorney's not going to be able to do anything at this point. All right? What's going to happen is she's going to be transported to the Palm Beach County Jail, where she'll be released after 8 hours from right now. Okay? All she had to do, and if she wasn't intoxicated or impaired, all she.
How do you know she was intoxicated? Because of something you believe?
Because
that's a belief. That's not true.
The smell of alcohol in your breath is not a belief. That's pretty concrete fact.
It's because of whatever Officer Flint saw. He's the DUI officer. He's the one that pulled you guys over.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Leffler. What can I do for you?
Sir, he pulled me over. He accused me of being intoxicated, and he can smell alcohol or whatever. I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I was speeding. I never denied that because I was trying to go to the ladies' room, okay? But when he pulled me up, he accused me. As soon as he accused me, it made me defensive, and I was afraid. And I said, sir, I got my hands up. I'm touching the wheel. I'm not doing anything. He said, come out and walk a straight line. I walked this straight line with no problems. Then he said, okay, I need you to do additional things. And then he said, no, you're not complying. I'm going to arrest you. For what? I don't know. I've never been in trouble. You check my thing. I don't want to die tonight. That's all I told him. I got out. I walked this straight line. Now I'm in handcuffs.
All right, well, there's a series of tasks that he has to ask you to perform.
I don't mind. I had my hands up because I was afraid to let him know I have no weapons or anything.
One of the major things of those tasks is listening to instructions. Is one of the major points of it.
I'm trying to understand why I'm being detained.
Well, you're under arrest now.
Under arrest for what, sir?
Suspicion of DUI.
Suspicion of DUI? I don't have any DUI.
So when I came out, she was yelling. He was trying to give her the instructions. She just kept
yelling. I want to make sure I don't die. I don't get hurt. Please, sir. Please, I will listen to anything he do. Ma'am, I'm not going to run at all.
Are you done?
I don't need to. What do you want me to do?
We're going this way.
Please don't hurt me. Please.
Nobody's going to hurt you.
I'm complying, ma'am. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
Turn around. It's better that you put your.
I'm complying. Okay, I'm complying. Please don't hurt me.
Watch your head.
Please don't hurt me. I'm complying. I'm totally complying.
I understand.
For what it's worth, calling an attorney right now is not going to do anything. She's getting released in 8 hours regardless. An attorney's not getting her out. You do you. You do your thing then.
I can't believe I'm being arrested. I'm 45 years old being arrested for what?
Driving under the influence.
I'm not under the influence. Can I get a drug test? Can I get an alcohol test or something?
All that at
Do the test. It's not going to say I'm under the influence at all.
That will be explained to you down there. Officer Flink will explain everything to you, okay?
Brothers and other family members arrived to take the twin sister home.
When I came out, the DUI officer was trying to give her instructions and gave her tailored warnings and kept trying to explain to her, listen, if you don't do this, I have to go on what I have. She refused. She was given a tailored warning twice. It's basically saying this.
And shout out to the brothers for not getting there acting the damn fool, just assuming that their sister ain't crazy out of her mind like she is. You know, like, yes, it's important sometimes to be, you know, objective and to believe your family members and stuff like that. But this lady is obviously drunk. The sister is not even sober enough to drive home. That's why she didn't call the brothers over there. And the brothers showed up, but they're quiet. And I appreciate that. Because if they would have came there acting a fool, this could have got so much worse for no reason. No reason. It didn't even have to be like this, honestly. You said heifer. She is a heifer. She's definitely a heifer, Lily. I don't know if you was calling her that or me, but she is definitely a heifer for the way she was acting during this video. Okay? It's ridiculous, honestly.
Summary, we're going to take you on what we have right now if you're refusing to do these tasks to show. And she wouldn't listen. She literally just kept screaming, and you don't get near me, and you don't get near me, and I'm afraid. And so
everything we do is standardized.
Yeah, but
she'll be able to.
No, I'm just asking.
She'll be able to call you when everything's set. The first part of it, she will be given the breathalyzer, which she kept saying she wanted to take. If she wants to take a drug or alcohol, she can do that at her own expense for the blood.
You couldn't do it right on the spot. No.
We couldn't even get her to do any like basic tasks. Like she wouldn't do anything. The only thing she kept screaming at us was, "Don't hurt me, you're gonna kill me," like all this stuff. And that's where we're at. She didn't want to participate on the tasks that needed to be done. So, we can't just go, okay, you don't want to do them, so drive off. So
you guys have anything else for us? Appreciate you coming to pick up the car. We didn't want to tow it. Gentlemen, thanks for coming.
Honestly, the driver of this vehicle needs to pursue a career in acting. Hey everyone, I'm John. I appreciate you watching. Now, before I begin, let me say this. Departments across the country, a police officer may stop and detain an individual on the street based upon probable cause or reasonable suspicion that they are involved in any criminal activity or other summary or civil violation. And the worst thing that you can do is not listen to an officer's instructions when...
Yeah, and the thing that I don't get either is like, this is absolutely a situation where you would benefit from listening to the police officers and saying, even if they misjudged, maybe they smelled mouthwash, which I doubt it. Hey, I literally, I'm sober. What do you need me to do? Hey, do this, do that. What do you need me to do? Do that. This is literally the one instance where you don't have to question what the police are asking you. Okay? You don't have to question. Just do it. Especially if you truly believe that you're not drunk, which me, you, and nobody else who watched this video believes that lady was sober in the first place. Ironically, though, we're going to find out what her alcohol consumption rate actually was that night. Thank you so much, Lily. I hope you're enjoying the stream, okay?
Being stopped because it just prolongs the vehicle investigation and makes the police officer's sixth sense become activated. A quick story. I had a car stop one evening on the 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift on a priority call and car stop only assignment, which means that we only answer robbery in progress, person screaming, or investigate vehicle calls. So we stop a car for running a red light. I approached on the passenger side while my partner Joe was on the driver's side. As soon as I laid eyes on the passenger, his eyes are wide and his breathing was rapid. Now my instincts told me that something was up because he was displaying obvious signs of fear. So
what he's talking about as well, just so you guys don't think he's too off subject, the police can assume anything from how you're acting. So for you to act guilty or act like you have something to hide or act all like inconspicuous, not even wanting to tell them your name, you're making the situation worse for yourself. Because like him, he guessed correctly that day. They're going to guess that you're up to some other shit. It just is what it is. You start acting funny with the police, you don't want to tell them your name, you don't want to tell them shit, you're going to be in a worse situation than if you would have just said, hey, my name is yada, yada, yada. Brick Squared says, and they can lie. I mean, police can definitely lie, don't get me wrong. But your innocence is going to be proven by how you respond. Plain and simple. If you respond and you start acting guilty, oh, you can't know my name. Oh, I'm going to keep my hands up because I don't want you to shoot me. You know, there's people who deal with the police coming up on them, guns drawn right away. You're not one of them, lady. You're not one of them. Tell them your name is whatever the hell your name is and keep it pushing. Dr. Omar has got a lot of y'all confused. And not even just him. All the other pro-blacks that you guys listen to and dilute your mind with this information all day, he's got you guys confused.
As soon as I went back to the squad car to verify information, but my partner stayed with the driver.
Hold on. Brick Squared, if I'm not drunk, I'm a straight up tell exactly what's going on. My name is yada, yada, yada. You want me to do these tasks? I'll do them. That body cam is not going to show me arguing with you, talking about I'm afraid to put my hands down. No, I'm not telling you my name. Call for help. All this bullshit. No, that's how you get yourself a case. That's how you get yourself a case, because you're not cooperating with the police and you're most likely drunk. That's why you're doing so much. All right. Not everything is a civil rights situation, right? Some of you people are just brave enough to get behind the wheel after you've had too much to drink. And that's exactly what happened here. So let's continue. Let's hear the last little tidbit of information about this particular traffic stop.
The passenger exited the car and took off running. The passenger ended up throwing a firearm in the bushes. Good thing that we found it and made a good arrest that night. Now, my point of this story is I observed obvious signs of fear during my car stop. In this case that we just saw, in my opinion, the woman is attempting to throw the officer off out of focus with unjustified fear and not obeying simple commands. Now, the officer stayed the course and remained professional throughout, and the woman in the video was under the legal limit, and all she had to do was follow the officer's instructions. Now, let's state some facts. There was a staggering 10,000 drunk driving accidents reported in 2023 alone, indicating the prevalence of this dangerous behavior on our roads. And each year, 1 million people are arrested for drunk driving. Okay, just shows you how serious this is.
This suspect was charged with driving under the influence and resisting, obstructing. At the jail, she blew 2 samples on a preliminary breathalyzer test, both of which were consistent with illegally driving under the influence. Court records indicate she ultimately pled guilty to one of the related charges, and her driver's license was suspended. These 2 Karens both
Sorry. I'm going to get into my next video. But again, as you guys saw there, she was actually under the influence. Now, whether it was above the legal limit or not, doesn't matter. She had been drinking. So to act like the cops were plotting on you when you know damn well you have been drinking that day, maybe an hour prior, that's silly. She should have literally gave her information, complied, and kept it pushing. She obviously has never been to jail before. That's why she was so entitled. Why not just comply and get it over with? But again, y'all love this civil rights narrative. This is what's going on. The white man. No, she had too much to drink and she was driving like an asshole. Simple as that. That's what happened to her. It wasn't a civil rights violation. All right. So we're going to go to the next one. This one is actually a case of a couple. And I chose this one particularly because I believe that getting with the wrong person can really, really mess your life up. Okay. I'm going to state that out the fact. If you're getting into legal trouble with your partner, find another one. They love to defend criminals. Doesn't matter if they're in the right or wrong. Exactly, Laser. That's what I realized about a lot of these people who love to look at scenarios with the police and assume that people are always innocent. Nah, that lady was toe up. Y'all could tell by the way she was talking. You can tell by the ridiculous nature of her behavior that she was toe up. She had been drinking. Her twin sister, supposedly, whatever the hell she was to her, didn't even want to get behind the wheel either. Is it possible that the 2 of them were drinking? She even said, we're less than 5 minutes from your house. And the cop said, we've arrested people in their driveway. If they think that you've been driving under the influence, which they did because she was going 70 and a 40, then they can arrest you. They can arrest you, they can question you, and you have every right, not every right, you're supposed to respond to what they're asking you. Make it easier on yourself if you're actually innocent. Yeah, exactly. Innocent people are left defenseless because these kind of people make it hard for the police. Right. And now tell me these cops aren't going to assume most people are going to act like this now. Is it right? No. But they see one idiot like this. Now they're going to think everybody's going to act like that. So they do actually make it hard for other people. So let's get into the next video. This video is actually about a messy little couple. You know, this couple was into some mess and they try to play it off. But you're going to see the attitude of his partner is why I said who you choose to be with can be very, very detrimental to your life if you make the wrong choice. Yeah, 70 and a 40 is beyond outrageous. Like 60 and a 40 is outrageous. You know what I mean? Like 55 is outrageous because you know you're going that much faster than everybody else. She was going 70 and then had the nerve to act like it was nothing and the cop didn't have a right to question her. So let's get into this next one and continue with the video.
All right. What's this stuff over here?
What's going on here? What do you mean?
Is it the Honda?
But what do you mean? Why do you need the key?
We are looking at body cam footage. Emily, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping in the chat. We're looking at body cam footage. We just looked at a person who was obviously under the influence interacting with police in a messy way. Now we're going to look at a couple. This couple, not that bright. But always, like I say, make sure you know who you're getting with. Choose the wrong partner, and your life could be royally fucked. Okay? It could be messed up dealing with the wrong person. So let's get into it.
Okay, we're not going to do this, are we?
Oh, don't worry about it, baby. Can you get my phone out?
Okay. I need the keys. Okay,
To do what?
Here's why. Since you're really part of this now. There's a gun in plain view. Okay, you can't have that like that.
The gun's in plain view.
What you mean?
Oh.
That's why we're here to talk.
Oh, okay. We can talk about it.
I got you. But we need the keys just so because it's a crime technically. So we need the keys.
What is the crime?
We're gonna talk about it, right? But it's unlawful use of a weapon.
That's true. Can you get my phone, baby?
What happened?
So we'll talk about it.
The reason we need the keys is because of how the gun is placed.
We do need to retrieve it. We need to run it. We need to do those things. We're not saying we're going to take it for sure. We have to do
It's on the plain view. Are you part of this?
Yeah, he is. She is. Sorry.
So if you guys missed any part of that, they are parked outside of a club, and for some genius reason, this doofus has his weapon openly in the vehicle while they're not there. And so obviously wherever they're at, this is a offense. They're supposed to be concealed carry. You're supposed to have proper containment of the weapon, and he had none of that. The dude just had the gun laying around in the car to a point the police could walk by and see it. And they have every right to. You're outside of a bar. Why do you have a gun in the first place? Have one, okay, but conceal it. Why is your gun in plain view in your vehicle right outside a bar? You know what I mean? Like, they have no reason to even be playing around with the police after that was the situation. Do I own a gun myself? No, I do not. I have, but I do not. My current situation does not allow for that. But even if you have a weapon and you're a weapon owner, you should not have your gun sitting right outside. First of all, you shouldn't have your gun anywhere that somebody else who's not you can access it. Right? Somebody cracks your window, breaks your window, that they can take your gun now too. They go and commit a string of crimes. What would be the point of leaving your weapon so accessible? So it was a smart move for the man to remove the gun before he went into a bar, right? No, he didn't remove anything. The gun was in plain view, and that's why the police are addressing him right now. So before you come to defend your black Kang, because I'm assuming that's what's going on here, pay attention to the details of the case.
And so
stand over there. You can stand over there. Is it your car?
Right here. I'm gonna stay right here. No problem. You're asking a simple question. They're trying to search the car.
But I'm asking, why can't the rest of the cars?
At the pub.
One car is only involved.
Then go.
I can't. You're blocked us in.
Then walk down there. He's moving it. Go.
Two cars.
Okay.
So my gun.
You drive the side? No.
The problem is
they're coming.
Also, he admitted the gun was his. So I don't know what we're talking about. I feel like you are really throwing words around. What words am I throwing around, Emily? What words am I throwing around? Name 5 words that you don't know that I'm throwing around right now. Because right now you're just talking out of your ass in defense of this Kang, which is just fine, right? You guys are entitled to feel how you feel about anybody. But if you have a weapon, you should not leave your weapon openly in your vehicle outside of a bar. That makes no sense. 0. So I don't know what you're talking about. I said black Kang, just being silly. Okay, Brick Square, calm down. All right? Just relax. But I'm just saying, like, the first people just jump to the conclusion that somebody's innocent. Why do you have a gun open in plain view in a vehicle that you're not in? Anybody can grab that gun. So the police officers are not wrong for coming and asking. And then he openly admits it's his gun. So nobody's framing him. All right. Let's not talk about the FBI profiling him. He has a gun in his car. Okay. The gun is in his car. It's in plain view. It's not secured at all. Somebody could break your window, go in there, and then go shoot up that bar. It is what it is. So the cops are not wrong for addressing him about the weapon. And they didn't even automatically arrest him in the first place. So make sure you guys listen to the details of the case. I've already watched this video, so this is not it's not new to me. Big Guy Appetite says, okay, can we watch? All right, let me not interrupt. I know you got your snacks ready to watch.
So we have a gun, it can't be seen. Okay. It's got to be concealed. Okay. So obviously we're going to work with you, man. All right. Like it's, again, you're not a felon with a gun, nothing like that.
All right, you give us the keys or we'll just tow it. We'll tow it.
What are you?
Aggravated unlawful use of weapon.
We have to get the gun out. We have to run it. We have to do that stuff.
Here, babe. These are yours.
Hey man, tell them to get a warrant.
Exactly.
We don't need one now. But I'm glad you know everything. Keep walking, bro.
We're trying to work with you, dude.
Okay, we're right at the pub. What is this street? Can somebody tell me what is this
Ma'am,
street?
right now we're in the middle of interviewing. If you want to step over there, that'd be great.
No. I'm right here.
Yeah, you're making everything bogus.
I'm making everything about me is what he said.
Now she gave him the keys because she's making 80 different phone calls.
She making one phone.
It don't matter.
I'm making how many?
Okay, she don't have the keys anymore?
She does. They're not giving them up, so we're saying we're going to tow it if they're not.
Do you have the keys anymore?
Would you like to search me?
No. Do you have the keys anymore?
I don't know.
Okay, then I need you to walk away. We're conducting an investigation. You can walk away, please.
It's Moline, yeah.
Ma'am, walk away. We're in the middle of an investigation.
Wow,
you're going to get charged. We're trying to get done.
Charged for what?
We are conducting.
They're in the same car together.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not saying anything, but they're in the car together.
You're going to leave. Come on.
This is something we can talk about, right?
I'm talking to you, man. You just having a.
We have a process.
We having a conversation. I'm having a conversation with you, but I'm not no felon, bro. Y'all tweaking, bro.
If he was smart, he would be telling his girl, calm down, move over to the side, and shut up, right? Why is she jumping in front? Why is she trying to play savior and tell the cops in their face all smooth and cute? Oh, yeah, they telling me that. You're, at the end of the day, you're obstructing the investigation. You're not even letting them talk to the guy. Newsflash, bandits. These women don't care about you. They're not helping you. She's not helping you. You should have been telling her to shut up instead of coming at the police officer. Why is she standing in front of you while they're trying to conduct a conversation with you? Why is she calling a bunch of people? Exactly. Crying, speaking to the judge. Right. Crying, telling the judge that it's racial profiling, all types of nonsense. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Emily, I don't know. Do you have your Pookie beside you? Do you have your Pookie beside you? You seem like you're really upset. Maybe he's in jail. That's why you're mad at me. But this don't have nothing to do with me. We're reviewing body cam footage. Period. He's not a police officer. You trying to talk about a police officer going into a date. That don't have shit to do with this man having a weapon openly outside of a bar in a car that he's not even paying attention to. You're talking out your ass, and I'm starting to think it's because your Pookie's either in jail or he's sitting right by you listening to you while you watch this. And you need to relax. If it doesn't directly affect your life, keep your nose out of other people's business. Hey, that's perfectly okay. But you got a gun outside of a bar in your vehicle where anybody walking by can see it? You should be a little smarter than that. They make it hard on themselves, and then they want people to feel sorry for him. Absolutely. They want people to feel bad. First of all, she's acting bucking like this in front of the police officer. Then she's going to go say that she was racially profiled. Pale as snow, but going to talk about being racially profiled. No, you have a shitty attitude. And I wanted to make sure that I showed cases more on a range of things happening because too many people pump out with these body cam footages and want to talk about, this, that, and the third. Yes, there is racial profiling. Racial profiling does occur. But some of y'all get out of pocket when you deal with the police, and it's because your head is filled with Umarian beliefs and technology or whatever the fuck it is, y'all really be thinking that you're living in a black dystopia where everyone just views you as a bullseye on a target. You had a gun. You had no business having that gun unattended and left so that people can see that you have a gun, and being outside a highly populated area. You had no business doing that.
Bro, but no one's cooperating at this point. So
I'm having a conversation with you.
I'm willing to have a conversation. That's all it's going to be. Because at the end of the day, it is a crime.
You are illegally transporting it and storing it right now. Okay, it's called unlawful use of weapons. I'm trying not to put you in handcuffs and put you in a car. I'm trying to be cool. Okay? I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be decent with you.
What am I doing to this?
It's called unlawful use of weapon. You cannot store a firearm in that manner in a public place. Okay? It is not properly stored in your motor vehicle. So do you want to walk over here?
No, he was just looking. They were just looking.
They were just looking in my car.
Yeah, we try and prevent guns from being in our bar areas, so because we have a lot of shootings. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay. We're gonna sit here and wait for our guardians to pick up the car.
Your guardians?
Yes.
What are you, 12?
Yes.
Okay. Then you shouldn't be in the bar, probably. If you need
if you want to. I might be 12 or not. I don't know.
How do you want to do this? We're trying to be cool with you.
So what do you want to do? You want to take
okay, if you were actually paying attention, not on the phone.
No, I actually heard you. Why would you say it again? You want to be funny.
We're not even taking it.
You just want to run it. That's what I'm asking.
Yes, that's all we're doing.
But you ain't got to talk to her like that.
Because I'm tired of getting talked to like that. This is a simple encounter. Yes, it is.
You got the attitude. We were being completely normal.
You're right. I have the attitude. You just refuse to walk away.
No, I asked a normal question.
They not talking how you talking. They not talking how you talking.
All right, hey, I'm over this. So you're gonna come with us. We'll go. Okay, let's go. You're being detained right now.
You're being detained for what?
Suspicion of unlawful use of weapon.
Okay.
He's admitting ownership is improperly stored. So let's go over to the car. Come on.
You admitted ownership to it? Okay. This is what they do out here.
Prevent shootings. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
We prevent shootings. We're good at it.
God bless you.
Don't bring guns to our bars in Moline, and you won't have these problems.
You're right.
All right. That's what we're doing here. You're not under arrest. You're being detained.
Don't worry about it, Ray. Just keep your mouth shut. Normal they do out here.
Yep, preventing gun crime. I'm
That's
sure
what I said.
victims of gun violence would hate that, huh? You don't have to be in this. All right, you can stay back here. No, you can't. You can stay back here.
My
You're not
car
gonna
is
get
right
in that.
here.
Oh, so now you want to go to
My
the
car is
car,
next
but not
to
up there. You just want to talk. You can stay right here.
I'm not talking to
I don't give
nobody.
a. You can stay right here. If you come past here,
all right.
I'm arresting you for obstructing. Stay there.
I'm not obstructing.
Go stand over
it's
there.
not over here. How am I obstructing? They're over there.
Stand over there.
I'm not. I'm not.
Well, if you didn't see the beginning of the exchange, which is okay, Numphic, I know I'm going through a bunch of body cam footage. They saw the thing in his vehicle. And so they asked him, can we get your keys? Now that your weapon is improperly stored, somebody called us, we have to run your weapon, right? Now, if this is just your personal weapon, what's the issue with giving them the keys in the first place? She had the keys in her hand. Y'all, in the beginning of the video, she passes it to him and then says she don't know where the keys are. So blatantly doing this in front of the cops. You know what I mean? Just like very blatant. You know what I'm saying? All they told them was give us the keys so we can get the gun and run it and we'll let you go. The cop even said at one point, the last thing I want to do is arrest you, put you in my car and all this. The girl she started yapping from the beginning. Why is he letting her talk so much? Because for him, he thinks that she's defending him. Right? Maybe he even requires this behavior out of her. Right, to be jumping to rescue him and save him, but he's definitely just letting her run at the mouth for no reason when it's only going to hurt him in the end. The gun is yours. Why is she running off at the mouth? She could have stepped over to the side and called all his family members if she really needed to.
The second set of keys. You want this? Look here.
Go stand over there. Go.
No.
You're not standing this close to the car. Stand on the other side of this way.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh! Hey! Don't! Oh! I'm not doing shit else, bro! Move! Move!
You don't have to move. You can't even move.
I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing shit.
Be drunk. You know, the thing that I had to remember too is she might be drunk. She might be drunk herself. Bridget Renee said distraction. Could be. Maybe they had something worse. Right? Maybe they had drugs. Maybe they had other stuff on them. And so she was trying to get them to focus on her so that they can take care of what they needed to do. Right? And this is, again, I just want to make sure some of y'all know I'm not on here talking about, oh, the police are so great. I'm just on here to be fair when reviewing this body cam footage. And these people brought this shit on themselves. Absolutely. These two, the last two, the first one we just saw, and then this is one they should just stop talking and fight this on court. Right. Right? Why is your girl bucking in the first place? You're supposed to be the man in the relationship. Why is she going crazy? I would more expect that out of man. Why is she bucking? It makes no sense.
Back up, bro. No, she's under arrest now. Go. She's under arrest for obstructing.
I'm not doing it. I walked away.
I jump past me.
I did not try to jump anywhere. I didn't try to jump anywhere.
Get off the car. What are you doing?
How am I supposed to get off the car?
You're the one that jumped up.
What are you doing?
You have me handcuffed.
Yeah,
Walk where? Walk where?
Hey, you good, bro? You good, bro?
Hey, wait. My grandma's coming. My grandma's coming. No, I'm saying my grandma's coming.
It don't matter if your grandma's coming or not.
I'm telling you, right?
Why is she disturbing her grandma with this foolishness? Calling her grandma all late in the night after she drunk, acting a fool in front of the police. And they're riding around with a weapon.
No.
Stop.
Stop what?
Sit.
Sit where?
Stop pulling away. Sit.
Help.
Let go.
Sit.
Let go.
Stop. Just relax. I told you not to walk up.
Jalen, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Whatever it is.
Well, she tried to run past me.
Monica, trust me, I'm not saying any of them should have been bucking, but her behavior was like overly aggressive and masculine. Why is she even doing all that to the police? I'm not saying the man should have been doing it, but definitely shouldn't have been a lady bucking up on the police like that. Why is she jumping out of her frame with her man right there? Well, now you want your grandma to go to jail because your grandma can't do nothing running your mouth. Right. Upsetting and disturbing that old lady's sleep. I bet you she hella stressful. And you know what? I bet you it's the white grandma. I bet you it's the white grandma she called too. Trying to play her little Karen. While her and her man clearly were doing too much. She could have gave them the keys and said, yeah, you can go take this. We didn't do nothing. You can take the key. We didn't do nothing. She could have did that. But there's something else going on here, which I agree, Bridget Renee. I think that there's something else going on and they needed to distract the police officers. I don't know what, but they definitely had to do that to take the attention away from something else.
Where's the car again?
Remember, her man is just standing there. Y'all see her man? Hold on. Look at her man. While she got yoked up by the police, he's just standing there, all petite, chilling, in his feminine frame, like, and she's over there acting a donkey. That's why I said I don't know if he required this of her. He asked her to act crazy like this with the police. She's with a broke bum who obviously can't bail both of you out. Listen.
Well, she tried to run past me towards the car again. And there's a gun in the car.
This did not have to go like this, dude. This is getting ridiculous.
Everybody's all amped up for no reason. I'm going to grab her all day. I ain't getting shot, dude.
Somebody gonna shoot you off, bro.
Let's go back there. Hey, I'm back here.
Bro, ain't nobody
I'm
gonna
running
shoot
my
y'all,
business,
bro.
Hey, bro, I'm right here with you, Joe. I'm right here with you. You hear me? I'm right here with you.
How the hell did you get caught up in this? Bro, come on, man. Hey,
no, I'm a photographer. That's it.
Bro, this is none of our business.
I appreciate it, sir.
Bro, where I'm from,
I had her right there. She tries to run past me again, so I grabbed her. She's like, I'm going where I want.
It ain't got nothing to do with nobody, but guess what? At the same time,
Seriously, this all is
stupid.
It can be a conversation.
The police, they own gang. They are their own gang, and they run like a gang, and they rock it out like
Look at the picture.
Now you're interfering. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna fall back.
Record from over there. Record from over there.
I'm falling back.
And it's not even like these cops are like the old cops that we used to see, like in those real cases of police brutality, where the cops are like, you ain't recording shit. They take the phone and snatch it or throw it or something. They didn't even do that shit. They let them all sit there in a big circle, gather around, calling them names from the beginning, before anything even happened, calling them names, claiming that they're being profiled and shit. You had a gun openly in your vehicle. Obviously, that's a state where you can legally have a gun, but there are still rules. You still have to conceal your weapon. What if some teenagers walked by, broke in, and took the gun, accidentally shot themselves? Whose fault would it be then? The weapon's yours. The cops literally said this didn't have to be anything because it didn't have to. So now they're going in. They found the gun. Look at guns on the car seat, literally on the front seat in the car. Why is your gun just sitting there on the front seat?
Sarge, yeah. So this was in the purse in the back. There's crumbs in here, but obviously.
I'm sorry, there was not one in the chamber? Or there was?
There's not one in the chamber, but the mag's fully loaded. So, I mean, that's the question is, what's the definition of loaded?
We have UUW.
Just regular UUW. Yeah.
We gotta get. Have we talked to him at all?
No, we haven't.
We're just trying to talk to, like, dude. All these people are making it impossible. All right, come talk to. You know how many times we.
And this is also another example of watch the company you keep, because the cops are literally chilling. They're telling him straight up, we don't have no issues. These people around you are making it hard because they're all jumping in and claiming this is racial injustice. Nah, you had a weapon unsecured out in the open in your vehicle. That's all it had to be. Your people and your girl are making this situation more difficult for you.
Just have conversations and educate people on the proper carrying of weapons.
Just talk to him.
Okay, talk to him.
Can we step over here? We don't have this dude yelling in the back.
Her dad passed away from stuff like this. She gets super like PTSD type stuff.
So we're not trying.
I get it, but
getting PTSD about what? Go see. This is my thing. Your dad passed away from police brutality, and your response is to go and act crazy in front of the police, flat out interfere with an investigation, obstruct justice, literally just be standing there like a dummy, acting a fool. That's your response to your father dying to police injustice? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. These social justice warriors are out of control. Some of them just be doing too much. Some of them just be doing too much. Was your daddy rolling around with guns? Was your dad rolling around with guns too? Because these friends, as far as I'm concerned, these friends and this man, all a bunch of enablers for her nasty attitude. Because there's no excuse to be acting crazy like that in front of the police. And now she's going to talk about some PTSD. PTSD should make you not want to be in that situation, not make the situation harder for somebody else. It makes no sense. PTSD is not a good excuse in this case.
It stresses her out, and it stresses me out because I don't want to see her like that.
We understand that, but listen, when there's a gun involved,
I understand.
I'm not saying she's in there trying to grab it, but I'm also saying that I don't know what she's trying to do. It's just
I know. I hear that, but okay, I'm saying why the reaction was what you got.
I know.
Is because she's seen some. It's a reaction type thing. It's
I hear you. We're not. I'm telling you right now, it was going to be a conversation. Hey, this is how you carry guns. You can't do this. And we're going to let them go. Like that's all it was going to be. But everyone wants to get involved. Everyone wants to come in here and start yelling and freaking out. That's when this turns into this. It didn't have to.
Well, here's the thing, though. They didn't say that he couldn't have the vehicle. I mean, the weapon. They said it had to be concealed. And specifically, when it's in your vehicle, it has to be concealed too. So it's not that he couldn't have the gun. Obviously, he's in a state that you can carry. The problem is concealing it. If it's concealed carry, it's concealed carry. That means you can't have your weapon out in the open. You can't brandish it. You can't walk around with it on your hip. It's supposed to be in a holster somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If concealed carry for that state, if it means on your vehicle and not on your person, then it means it has to be in the vehicle somewhere where it couldn't be seen or accessed. So either way, whether he legally had a gun or not, literally the way that he went about it was what was illegal. And you got to think, these cops are manning a populated area. It's obviously downtown. It's obviously a bar. Why do you have a weapon openly in your vehicle in front of a bar in the first place? Right? We obviously see the name of this video, so obviously there was some stuff going on there. But again, there's no excuse for having your weapon out openly where somebody can easily break your window and take it in front of a very populated area. You're literally giving somebody a means to cause a serious amount of destruction. So the cops are not wrong for telling him, hey, we need this gun. If he didn't want the cops to see it, it shouldn't have been on the passenger or whatever driver's seat of the vehicle for anybody who walks by to see in the first place. Right. Unless she has bail money. You know, the person she's calling, that's who's going to bring her bail money. Because you can see the difference between how she's reacting and how her man is reacting. Her man hasn't moved a muscle, and she's over there throwing herself all around this damn scene. So
be that way.
It's fine. I mean, do what you have to do.
She's going to end up just getting a ticket, and she's going to get released.
I hope that she can remain calm, but she's...
I'm worried about this man over here. I'm worried about this man over here. That's in cuffs.
He's not even in cuffs.
You're lying. It don't matter. God damn it.
You gotta get those views, don't you?
Worried about it that much. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The whole time ain't nobody bothering you. Why you bothering them? Because I don't trust the police. He ain't even tripping. Why you? Hey, I don't. You ain't been out here, bro. You ain't been out here. This is a battle between us and the civilians and the mother police. So I gotta make sure everything is all well. All is well.
That's what our body cameras are for.
Thank you,
Look, they found some blunt wrappers.
Okay, and we got an open container.
They found an open container now because she was doing too much.
You okay?
I have to pee.
Okay, you're gonna end up just getting a ticket here.
And why is it that a bunch of black people are gonna start coming out talking about, I know how these police is? If you're not involved, shut your mouth. Like, the girl already did enough damage. How are you gonna come out there just because you see some black people in the police and start starting stuff? Well, the gun does have to be registered in your name. If it's not in your name, it is stolen. Was it borrowed? That I don't know. But again, they weren't necessarily saying that he couldn't have a weapon. He's not a felon. They looked him up and stuff like that. But I do think in some states, you don't actually have to have your weapon registered at all. You know, the state that I just lived in recently, you didn't have to have any weapons registered. So technically, he could have had the weapon. The problem is the concealment of it. Why is your weapon out in the open? Why can't anybody walk by and see your gun? That's the main issue.
And getting cut loose in a second, okay? You'll be out here in jail. Huh?
Ticket for what?
Obstructing. So it's just a ticket. You're not going to jail.
He asked me to move, and I moved.
I got you. You ran past them. There's a guy on the car. All that stuff. Okay.
I didn't run. I'm
so
sorry.
I got you. You'll have court. You're not going to jail.
Perfect.
Not going to jail. You have court.
Yeah,
Or you all that.
I definitely understand. But...
Alrighty. So we'll be right back. We'll get you out here in a minute. We're just talking with
you. Bingo, Monica. Bingo. Okay. Listen, every time I see these types with black men, they always be doing too much. They always be doing too much. Real black folk, they're not about to jump in front of the police, start acting crazy, talking about, oh no, I'm not gonna move, all that. Nah, black people ain't doing that for real. You see that if it's somebody inebriated or acting a fool, they're not gonna start bringing trouble to you when the police are already coming up to you and asking you questions. She literally brought more trouble to them for no reason. And they got an open container in the car. So y'all clearly are drinking. You got a gun. There were blunt wrappers. I know y'all saw that. That's a messy situation waiting to happen. waiting to happen. 2 substances and a weapon. Anything can cause that situation to go bad. I'm not saying you can't have a gun to protect yourself, but why do you got a gun, some weed, and some alcohol in your vehicle?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, just hold it for a couple more minutes and we'll be done.
So you understand, like, this is not safe handling of a firearm, right? Because, like, we got alcohol, we got pills, we got it in plain view. But you know what I'm saying? So when you sign, remember when you bought your gun and you sign that thing?
We're in the middle of an interview. If you're going to be annoying, go back there.
So when you sign that thing, you're saying when you're handling that gun, you won't use alcohol, you won't be in the presence of cannabis, okay? You won't be in the presence of any other narcotics, and you're not an addict to any of those things. So I'm just trying to educate you. When you sign that piece of paper, that's an ATF, okay? And you can get in a lot of trouble for that through the ATF, okay?
I got it in the back of the car. I didn't understand that it was in plain view. I understand what y'all saying.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Just, I would say, like, for me, like, we obviously can carry pretty much anywhere we want off duty. If I'm going to a bar, I'm not bringing a gun. It's staying in my house. Because even if you get into some shit, right, and you're justified in, let's say somebody tries to rob you and you're justified in shooting to defend yourself, right, you're still going to get in trouble because you're drunk. You know what I mean? Like, you're just setting yourself up in a bad spot.
Hey,
You just hang there and say, I'm just going to talk to him for a minute. Okay, sir?
Can you hear me back here?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to write out your ticket. Okay, it's just a city ticket. Okay, so it's not even a huge thing. You're not injured at all?
These handcuffs are hurting.
Yeah, let me check those. I never got a chance to lock them.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I'm injured or not. I don't know.
Let me check on you again. Can you turn the other way? And I can, when you loosen them, I can loosen them. There you go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you out of the cuffs as long as you are chill.
It's like the timeout. You know what I mean? It's like they had to put her in timeout. It's like they had to put her in timeout because she was acting a donkey. Now look at her. Now she's polite. Now she took the bass out of her voice. Right? There's still some black folk over there just yelling for no reason. But I think the cops are being super chill in this case. They said, listen, we're not going to take you to jail. Right? We don't intend to take you to jail. But you're really not supposed to be driving around like this. You're not supposed to have an open container, marijuana, pills, and a weapon. Why? Like, that is a messy situation waiting to happen. I think God's making people differentiate that if people have been all good, people still scream racial issues. Well, I don't know about that though. I think that our race and our color and things like that is a product of where we're from. You know, it has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with God trying to make us all different. You know, it has more to do with where we're from. If you look up all the regions where people have dark pigmented skin, you would see that it's a reaction to our environment. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Monica's cracking me up too. She's perhaps she's Indian. I don't know what she is, but she's acting a damn fool. What if that is cool splaining? If a wish was fizz, we would all be drunk. They are always the most militant blackity black. Exactly. And for nothing. Because nobody was profiling her to begin with. You in the car riding dirty, and the police are willing to let you get off. This is a year off COVID, so obviously they weren't trying to bring people to jail because the jails were all full and everybody was getting sick and stuff like that. They wasn't trying to take them to jail. Why was she acting like a Black Panther for? Doing too much. All right, let's continue the video.
Everything is okay with y'all here. I want to make sure everything is cool with everything that's going on out here.
Well, I can promise you have a couple of the best stops in Moline, so.
Oh, thank you.
Her grandma.
Yep.
She said she's going to go have a talk with her.
We're going to just cut her immunities and be done. I just wanted her still in that car until we were done with this.
That's fine.
He's
Not
going
her grandma put that.
because we can't prove the pills, man. He's not even in the car.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Did they take them? Wait, did he take the pills or did he give it back? You see, these cops ain't even really trying to get nobody in trouble for real. It's ridiculous.
Hey, I ain't got no work. I go to work every day.
Well, I don't know why they keep talking.
I just ignore him.
Yeah. He's just looking for attention.
Because he quiets down when you don't talk to him. So.
Yeah, but they keep random.
Yeah, they keep going.
He's
like, got a good play-by-play going.
It's kind of funny. Then he's like, oh, they did find something. Well, I ain't saying he's right. I ain't saying he's right. There we go.
What y'all laughing about over there? Can I get into the joke too?
No, he's doing too much.
So how it started is one of our officers will periodically just take flashlight into the cars because we have a lot of gun violence up here. A lot of things going on, especially at the bars. Past couple of weeks, we've had a couple of shootings. So that's just a way that we can make sure everything's good. So we go by, we see a gun in plain view in his car. So we're able to find out that's his car. We find him. Our whole plan the whole time was have a conversation with him because we ran him. We know we had a FOID. He's not a felon. The issue was that it's in plain view, which is you can't have it in plain view.
Right.
So we were going to have a conversation with him to say, hey, this is how you need to transport it. Give him back his gun, and it was all going to be done. Got to the point where I'm telling him to unlock the car so they can retrieve the gun, we can run it, make sure it's okay. She took the keys, wouldn't give it to us.
Okay.
We found we were able to get the keys, and we got into the car. We're opening the car door where there's a loaded gun, and she's pushing past us towards inside the car. We told her, hey, you need to back up. That's a safety problem.
There you go. All he's getting is a notice to appear, okay? And then you guys are on your way.
Can I get out?
Let's get you this, okay? All right. All I'm doing is writing you a city ticket, okay? No criminal charge. Just city ordinance violation for obstructing and resisting, okay? You are going to have to show up to a municipal hearing. So if you fail to show up, it's a civil thing, so they can go after like your credit score and all that stuff. So just show up, talk to them, be done with it. Okay? Like I said, it's nothing criminal or anything like that.
Thank you, Lana, for the super chat. Also, guys, I don't know if you guys saw already. YouTube probably told you guys there's a new thing on the channel called gifts. They've allowed me to roll it out on my channel. So if you guys are interested in purchasing any gifts, look for it in the same place that you purchase a super chat. But again, thank you so much, Lana Love, for the super chat. I appreciate it. But remember, the bottom line, we are human, and that's why we should look at each other. I know people who are dark in color that were born in Great Britain. Well, there's Black people in Britain, dear. So there's Black people all over the world because of the slave trade. So just to cue you in on that. But yes, thank you very much, Lana Love, for the donation. And make sure you guys get in there with some gifts. Buy some gifts for the show. Appreciate your content creators. One gift will go a long way. Okay? Let's continue.
You just sign saying that you received a copy. It's not saying you're guilty. Okay? All right.
Thanks.
You're free to go. He's just getting some paperwork. He'll be down in a couple minutes. Thank you. You as well. Thank you.
That was necessary. Absolutely.
The lady was charged with resisting and obstructing a peace officer, while Drickwan was charged with unlawful use of a weapon. They are innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
They're young. 23. Damn, they're young. Yeah, they're babies. Who taught this little girl to act a fool like that in front of the police at 23? Too young to be acting stupid like that. My mom would have took 23. My mom would have took my ass home and whooped me acting like that. All right, so the next one I'm going to go into, this one is more, again, like a cautionary tale type situation. This is a predator who was caught picking up a teenage girl and acting like he knew her mother and things like that. This one I didn't watch all the way through, so I don't know all the details of the story. So we're going to be watching it for the first time together after 9 minutes. But this was a predator who met a girl online who was 15, picked her up, and the police actually were able to catch him when he was on his way to his apartment because he drove right past his apartment. The police were already waiting for him because they had tracked him down. He tried to walk away, or sorry, he tried to drive past, pretend like that was in his house, and they stopped him anyways. And he thought he was going to talk himself out of the situation. So again, trigger warning: if you guys don't like pedos, they're going to be engaging with a pedo who picked up a 15-year-old girl and tried to act like it was all fine and dandy. All right.
On November 28th, 2021, officers with the West Bend, Wisconsin Police Department received an attempt to locate from Logan County, Kentucky, where a 15-year-old girl went missing. Pings from her cell phone and a letter left by the girl pointed the police in the direction of West Bend. To protect the identity of the victim, we have redacted any images of her and excluded any references that might allow her to be identified. Officers waited at the residence of a known sex offender who, Logan County officers discovered, had been in contact with the girl via Facebook. A vehicle matching the sex offender's description passed by the residence, prompting officers to initiate a traffic stop. In this video, we'll show what it takes to keep a predator talking and exactly what he does when he's backed into a corner.
Okay. What is she to you? Daughter, friend, cousin?
She's a friend.
A friend of yours? Okay.
Her mom's a friend of mine.
Her mom is a friend of yours? Yeah. Okay. Are you taking her to her mom's right now, or?
She got into a fight with her mom. I'm just holding it there because she said that she was gonna kill herself, whatever.
She said she was gonna kill herself over the fight.
So I'm just scared. She's gonna stay with me for a couple of days, and then
stay with you for a couple of days.
And then she was just gonna go back home.
Okay, where does she live?
She's out of state.
Oh, how? Like Illinois, Ohio,
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Oh my.
So I was on my way to see my sister for Thanksgiving because she's in North Carolina.
She's in North Carolina.
This shit just kind of happened. And
okay, so she is. So you and her mother are friends, and she, right? Correct.
Yeah.
So you and her mother are friends, and you guys are pretty tight knit. You and mom are pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got the daughter's phone number, I'm assuming you guys are all pretty tight.
Because she was really upset and everything. She lost her job.
Okay. What's the reason to be upset? I can understand that.
And then she and her mom got into a big argument. Okay. And then she's like, well, her mom called her a mistake. Okay. And then she.
So y'all see, right? That's a young girl, obviously. She was going through some tumultuous situation with her family, and this demon picked her up, okay? From Kentucky all the way to Wisconsin. And he's going to play it off like he was just friends with the mother. Very devious, very delusional.
She was just really pissed off, and then she told me that she was just gonna she can't do it. She was gonna either run away, be homeless, or whatever. Okay. I figured, and speaking with her, talking with her stepdad or her dad and whatever. And okay. Everything was okay, we're just gonna let it all mellow out for a minute.
Okay. Do you guys talk often?
We've been talking almost every once in a while, a couple times a week.
Is it
a few months?
A dating thing, boyfriend, girlfriend?
No, we're just
on the way to maybe get there, or on the way of maybe becoming that, or
no, it's just mutual friends and that's
just
it.
Mutual friends and that's it. Okay. Did mom know that you had her, or did her stepdad know?
Her dad she was talking to her dad on the way here, okay. And she was explaining it to him about the situation, and he seemed okay with it.
So again, this demon is in front of police, and he's implying that all of her parents knew she got into a fight with her mother, and she was gonna go stay with this random man for a few days. All right, I know these types of topics make people uncomfortable, but this is the weirdness that's out there. All right, and this video, I chose this one because I feel like the stranger danger thing, we don't take that serious. People just act like, oh, these kids are just so stupid. No, this guy literally manipulated her while she was going through something with her parents. She obviously has a tumultuous situation at home. Not to say that her parents are at fault for anything or anything like that, but she obviously has issues at home with her family. This demon straight up said to the police, her dad and mom know where I'm at. Her dad and mom know that I picked her up, and they were going to let it mellow out for a few days.
Okay.
And her mom, talking to her mom and everything, she seemed like her mom was like upset, pissed off, and everything.
Okay.
But that was pretty much it. Like, she was talking to her family, and everybody was just making sure that she was safe or whatever. And
Okay.
she's like, yeah, that's fine.
And then you're gonna run her all the way back to Kentucky at some point?
Yeah, I was gonna either drive her back down there or have her fly down.
Have her fly down? Okay, or like meet someone halfway or shit like that?
She says she has a step aunt or another stepmom in Indiana.
Okay.
So that was another aspect to go to.
Okay. And so, just because I'm curious, why did you not just take her back home then, if everything was all good? All I had to do was step
her
on
mom and everything was.
No, I mean like.
She didn't want
to. Dusty, I know you're just trolling, but if you didn't see, that's a white man. Okay, I know you're here to be a dust mite, but that's a white man, and he's a convicted predator already. And he's dumb enough to be sitting in front of police officers and telling them that the parents and the family of a missing girl told him it was okay to take their daughter for a few days. Okay? So I know you're here to troll. All right, but this is a white man, so perhaps we should keep it moving. Perhaps.
To your house. Why don't you just take her back to your place?
Well,
I understand that I was parked there, but
yeah,
I was just really just sitting there just typing.
There was that, and then just me driving around. Because I didn't know why you guys were there,
I understand that completely.
So, yeah, because she talked to her stepdad or her dad, and her dad was cool with it.
No, he's telling
talk to her dad says fine, whatever, just have her back home at some point. Yeah. I can understand that. Did she pack a bag or anything with her?
Yeah.
She's back here.
You can get out here. Because I know a lot of you pedos. I know a lot of you pedos who see this content and see people blasting out your kind. You do get upset and you start coming in these videos trying to troll. And it's not funny. Okay? You're a creep. And you're probably the same type that would try to manipulate a 15-year-old like this. So you can get on, Bandit.
I'm guessing it's this pink bag. I don't need to. It's fine. I'm sure it's one of these back here. It's fine. Yeah. Is there some stuff in the trunk too? Probably that's hers.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
is her mom's name again? I don't know if I even asked you that.
No, I can't think of it.
How long have you known her mom?
Couple months off and on.
Couple months off and on. Does your mom have something going on, or?
No, her mom's married.
Okay. So what's her mom's name?
I don't know. I'm just sick right now. I think I ended up getting like the flu down there, and I'm just not feeling so good.
Oh well, yeah. It is about cold season, I suppose.
Because I was supposed to go to work, and I was just like, even though I'm coming in, I was just like, my body is aching, and just I think I got like a fever and everything. So
yeah, absolutely.
He's feverish now, but he wasn't too feverish to grab this girl from from Kentucky and bring her back to Wisconsin with all her bags packed and everything. These demons, a lot of time, are really stupid.
I was just trying to hurry up, get home, so I could take a shower. And
yeah. So we don't know mom or dad's name. Okay. How do you get in contact with them? Do you have a phone number for them, or?
She has their number and everything. I just Facebook.
Just Facebook? Okay. So how did we meet this? How did we meet her mom?
Probably through Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. Probably through Facebook? I know I kind of asked you this before, but I mean, kind of not knowing her mom's name really not that big of a deal to me. But I mean, are you guys working on possibly like a dating thing here with you two?
No, she was just because she was pissed off at her mom. I think that's what she was just trying to get her pissed off at, whatever. Because her mom was like, called her the mistake and everything, and I think that she was just trying to find a way to piss her mom off even more and just be like, well, f*** you and this and that. So
she just called you and said, come get me? I mean, that's a lot of trust to just call somebody that meant to just call somebody on Facebook and say, hey, come pick me up from Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been talking for a few months.
A few months, just you two privately?
Her and I usually, we just, just talk if she needs someone to talk to, whatever.
Yeah, just bullshitting.
More welcome to reach out, and this was just one of those things.
Absolutely. I completely understand that. So how often?
So how many of y'all are meeting teenagers on Facebook and going to pick them up in their times of need? Lower demons are stupid but sneaky in how they manipulate, but definitely easy to spot if you know what you're looking for. Yeah, I believe he's definitely sneaky. That's why he's been chatting with this girl for months, and he could probably sniff out that there was some, not dysfunction, but some tumultuousness to her relationship with her parents. These demons be knowing exactly what they're doing. She probably complained about her parents. He started listening and said, oh, you know what? One day this girl's going to run away, and I'm going to be there for her when she runs away. They will sit and lay. The thing about these predators, they will wait 1,000 years if they need to. They will wait. If they want to prey on a particular person, they will wait around. They will chat with them. They will be there for tough situations. They will pull up on them. They will be the savior that this young, impressionable person thinks that they need. That's exactly what he did. Now he's going to talk about the parents knew him. He knew the mom, but he don't know her name. I don't know where he thought he was going to get with that. But this is the very scary thing about the internet now, is you have kids who aren't able to self-regulate, who maybe don't have the best support systems. Maybe they don't know how to access those support systems. There are predators and weirdos and creeps like this dude who will lay in wait for something to go wrong in that household. Wait for the relationship to be strained between her and her parents. Maybe even feed her ideas to strain that relationship with her parents. And then boom, go and pick her up from Kentucky. A fox will lie under the trees and bushes until the farmer goes back in the house, and then he'll go to the chicken coop to eat. Exactly. That's what these weird type predators will do. We're seeing it in real time, but this is what they will do.
Is she going through struggles and things like that she has to reach out to you?
There's been quite often.
Right, so she was going through stuff at home.
So I guess
any teenager.
Is there a reason that have you ever called the police for something like this? Like when she does these things, or just want to keep it more internal?
Keep it more internal. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying like, hey, I don't think that everybody's different. Yeah, I don't think that she would go out and permanently kill herself or anything like that. I think it was something to do with her.
And it's funny, this guy's sitting here trying to act like he's some youth counselor or something. Dude, you're literally a convicted predator, and you went and picked up a 15-year-old. Like, the fact that he's willing to keep up this lie, like this officer is way more patient than I would have been. Probably why I'm not a police officer. But he's really willing to sit there and keep this lie up, knowing damn well he's convicted already of being a predator.
Or so having the detention. Mm-hmm. I'm hurting. Some people just do it for because it kind of helps them cope a little bit.
Absolutely.
So I think that was more so it, but she was always here to talk, and I'd always sit there and try and say, hey, you shouldn't be doing this or whatever. Yeah. You need to stop, and she'll kind of, vent a little bit, and like you said, she'll be emotional, she'll be crying, and I'm just like, someone that she could just talk to.
Okay. All right. You want to just hang out for a second?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go stand over here. I'm gonna go talk to Maya real quick. Don't talk too much.
Does he know?
The suspected was picked up by somebody from West Bend, who is a 30-year-old sex offender. We just picked him up. We drove right past his apartment rather than stop because we saw the squad cars waiting for him. We pulled him over. Neither one of them are acknowledging any sex has taken place, but she's 15, he's 30, 31. Thinking child enticement, maybe use of a computer to facilitate a sex crime. She's at this. It just did a real quick interview on the street. She's not saying anything sexual at this point, but I
And
think
she
she probably
won't.
will when she settles in.
Not at the moment.
I'm gonna have my guys impound his car to see what's in the car on an inventory search, and the chief would like the detective to do the interviews with her and him. She's 15. He's 31.
15.
She's from Kentucky with no ties to Wisconsin at all. All right, thanks. Bye. Welcome.
You too. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Steve. Hey, can I have you hop off with me for a second here?
You can roll up my car windows or anything?
Absolutely. You can roll up your car windows. Go ahead. Okay. So, I want you to understand that. Yeah, there is. Okay. But the fact that you're 31 and she's 15, we have to talk about this just a little bit more. Okay. But I ain't going to do it out here in the cold. Okay. I want to get somewhere warm, and I bet you do too. So, we're going to go down to my PD and we're going to talk about this. Okay.
Do you mind if I stop home and shower or whatever a little bit?
Well, we're just going to go straight there. It shouldn't be long. Okay, it should be cool.
He thought he was going to go home and shower.
Okay? But I do have to put you in handcuffs because my boss's boss.
And I want to know, being that this is a predator, why does he want to go home and shower? Why does he want to go home and shower?
This rule that I do that, okay? So can you turn around and face this way for me? Thank you. I get it. I'm tired too. I got in at work at 2 o'clock today. So I can imagine driving from Kentucky. You are exhausted.
Once he was in an interrogation room, the other officers maintained their friendly demeanor.
He said that it should be very quickly now.
Because I'm not under arrest and I like to go home.
So she was reported missing from Kentucky. So the conversation is going to have to happen.
The officers brought him water and a blanket to maintain his comfort, while his vehicle was being impounded. But how would the suspect react when the investigator arrived? And what would he do once confronted about what officers found during the vehicle search?
How you doing? Sick? From what? Yeah? When did that come on? Friday. You on Friday?
Now he got a flu.
Can we sit up here and talk?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to roll over and go to sleep. I know it's late. You had a long drive. Yeah. You need anything like water or soda or something?
I have water. I just want to go home, shower, and sleep.
Had a long night. I get some paperwork I have to go with you first before we get into any of that.
Make sure y'all
Yeah. And the only reason I have to do it is because you're here. Before we get any further, and before you ask any questions, you must know you have the following rights of the United States and Wisconsin constitutions. You do have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning and to have a lawyer present with you during questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, this one's long, okay? So I want you to listen to this, and I'll explain it to you if you need to. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning and remain silent to ask for and have a lawyer at any time you wish, including during the questioning. Basically, that says if you decide to talk now and at any time you want, either any time, you can stop. That's basically what that says. Make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Is this the first time you met her?
Mm-hmm.
When have you met her in the past? How many times before? Not counting this time.
Just a couple.
Okay, so 3 total maybe?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
So it's not even.
And that would be within the last, so I met her 3-4 months ago, so maybe 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 3 times total, including today.
I think so.
What did you guys do the first 2 times?
I think the first time, I don't remember. I'm sorry, I'm just not feeling it.
We're good. We're all good. I understand.
I think we just paused. You know, she's still, like, I know she's going through some emotional shit. I mean, and I had a friend that passed away. I was going to Florida, and then on my way back, I think I saw her, hung out.
Did you pick up her house?
Mm-mm.
Where'd you guys meet?
Nearby our house. And then,
That is so scary. That is so scary to know that he's met up with this girl multiple times before. She's 15. The prior time, they only met up around where she lived. This time, he took her completely away from her state. That is so scary. They could have never seen their kid again. Honestly, this family is very lucky, right? They're very, very lucky because a lot of times predators like this, they get over on those runaways or those girls who want to leave home. They're able to convince them to move or get away from their families, and those girls can end up in a really, really bad situation. So her family's very, very lucky. Unlucky for his stupid ass, but her family's extremely, extremely lucky.
What's by your house? Just up the street?
there's like a park or a gas station.
Well, which was it, a park or a gas station?
I think I might have, one of the times I might have at the gas station. One of the times I might have at the park.
Okay.
And that was it.
If you picked her up at the gas station, where'd you guys go after that?
Nothing. She just met.
Where do you think your relationship with her was going?
So, I think because of what she thinks she was just saying some shit just to piss him off, and that was it.
What made you bring her back to West Bend, Wisconsin? How are you going to get her back home?
She's got family up in Indiana. You know, like if I talk to her, so I can always drive her down, or she can take the point down. She explained it to her dad, and her dad was like, "Sure, you're good." So I just want to make sure you're safe. She talked to her stepmom, supposedly about it, told her what was going on. They were all worried about her, but you're safe. Her dad needed to help out.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate you spending some time here with me on my show. Now, I know these videos of these predators are not the easiest to digest, so I appreciate everyone who stuck with me. Make sure you guys hit the like button. But I think it's important that we know how these people move, right? Like these people are they're not trying to hide themselves amongst us. The difference is the people that they're trying to contact and get in touch with are just young children a lot of the times. Not even teenagers. They'll be young, sometimes younger than this. So I think, even though these situations can be hard for us to digest, for people to want to hear about and listen to, I think it's important. These body cam footages, not only do they tell us a story about what police officers have to deal with, sometimes they tell a story about what people have to deal with from police officers. So it's important that we use this body cam footage to really learn lessons. And the lesson in this case is that these predators are dumb, but they will manipulate your young kids who don't know anything. They haven't lived yet to know anything. This guy has met up with her several times already. He's saying 3, but he's met up with her several times. The first few times, what did he do? He's claiming he was going to Florida. Hell no. How much you want to bet that idiot drove straight from Wisconsin down to Kentucky? He didn't care nothing about no Florida. He wasn't going nowhere else. He went there for the purpose of meeting that child. So he's already met up with her multiple times. This time, he chose to take her. And not everyone, most people aren't lucky enough to recover their kids from these predators. So I think it's important not only that we see how these people act, but we understand that they can be anybody. They're in plain sight. Never be so upset at your kid that you don't pay attention to the signs that they might be being manipulated by strangers.
Just to kind of go, and I know she kind of explained it to her. Her stepdad texted her something about either call her mom or her dad, and her dad was like, "Why didn't you call?" I was like, "Just because of the shit that was going on, it wasn't there for her at the moment."
So she let somebody know where she was going.
Yeah.
You stop anywhere, pull over, sleep.
GPS had me on. So we did stop at a rest area to sleep, and then I had to go use obviously for gas, and then I had to stop at a hotel to use the bathroom on the way up. But other than that,
Stop at a hotel to use the bathroom.
Surprise! Driving through Milwaukee, how many gas stations are open to use the bathroom? Not many.
What, you have to pay for the room or what?
No. I stopped at like it was like a Hilton or something.
Oh, okay. So you just went in the lobby and.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was like, "Can I use the restroom?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was okay, cool. Cause I was like, listen, I'm sick, and I thought I'd be able to make it home, but then I had to like take a minute.
You didn't rent a room or nothing like that?
No.
You know as well as I do. I mean, dude, you can't help who you fall in love with, right? That's what happens, right? So in talking to her and talking to you, I mean, a lot of what you guys are saying is like spot on. So I believe that there's more to it than what you're saying. I mean, some of the coincidental stuff, all right? The other concerning thing too is when they impound your receipt for a pregnancy test. And they found a pregnancy test and a vibrator. Okay, so I mean, so if anything did happen between you guys, it was consensual, right?
Nothing happened.
Okay. The test was for her, and she was coming up here because if she was pregnant, you were going to help take care of her. But that didn't happen here. It could have happened. It would have been down in Kentucky, correct?
If anything did happen, I would have put on there.
Okay. All right.
But no, that wasn't the reason why she was coming up here.
Well, no, she said that they were fighting and that type of stuff, and the thing with her mom. So like I said, I talked to both of you, and it's right on, except for the relationship part of it. So she told me you guys met 3 times in total. You told me 3 times in total. Both of them are pretty much says both times you met down there was at a park. The third time here, again, you stopped at the rest stop, came up here, nothing happened between the two of you, and that anything that happened would have been there, but she said, well, the pregnancy test was for me because there's a chance I could have been pregnant, but everything was consensual and it would have happened in Kentucky. So you're telling me the same story, right? I mean, it is what it is, right? So.
Wow, I was not expecting the pregnancy. Now, how are you going to sit there in front of the police face and try to deny that you had intercourse with this lady, this girl, because she's 15, with pregnancy tests and a vibrator in her backpack, but y'all are just friends? And somehow you knew her parents, but you don't know her parents' name.
Actually purchased for her. And then, obviously she did want to come up here and get away for a little bit, but also determine if she was pregnant or not. And if she was pregnant, you would promise to help her out, which is cool. I mean, a lot of guys would just say, see you later. So,
right. Like the question, why does he want to help a young teenager who's possibly pregnant? And that makes it even more nefarious. What if they found out she was pregnant and he decided to unalive her because he didn't want anybody to know? This situation could have got so much more dangerous for this little girl. I'm so happy that they found her. I'm so happy they found them. It was by literally a miracle, because anything could have happened if she was pregnant and the 2 prior times they had intercourse.
On take responsibility. I mean, I don't have any jurisdiction on what happened to her, so you know what I'm saying? But, is she lying to me?
I don't feel questioned. I don't feel comfortable answering.
Okay. All right. All right. You guys talk about being together at all?
I think it's just not where I was going lawyer at this point. It's 4 o'clock. I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm not under arrest. I just like to go home and sleep. Just that I'm sick and tired.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's your right to. Okay. Nothing personal against it. All right.
Is what's going to happen with her?
So, put her in a youth facility temporarily, but it's an open place. It's not a custody facility or anything like that. Yeah. So we'll take her there and I'm gonna come again.
Am I arrested or am I free to go?
You're not free to leave now. I'm gonna go figure some other stuff out and I'll come back and let you know exactly what's gonna happen.
My car's impounded. I'm gonna wrap this up so I can go home, so I can talk about time going home, so I'm not feeling good.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
So,
we should wrap this up. Do you want to finish talking or?
No,
okay. All right, well, that's just clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this wrapped up. And I'll go talk to my guys and I'll come back shortly, okay?
The suspect never made it home. He was arrested and promptly extradited to Kentucky. However, because he transported a minor across state lines, the case went federal. He was charged with using a computer to entice a minor into unlawful sexual activity and commission of a sex offense, while required to register as a sex offender. He pled guilty to the first charge in exchange for the second charge to be dropped at sentencing. He was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison and 10 years of mandatory supervision.
You know, as much as like, I truly understand why people be afraid to touch on these topics, because that, like, I'm not even a part of the situation at all, and that made me uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, we need to be aware of these type weirdos, because they do exist, and they don't have no qualms about meeting up with children, enticing children, bringing them across state lines. They don't have no problem doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's a very important thing that we have to be aware of. All right, so I know this isn't the best segue because the next body cam footage is also trigger warning. I'm going to give to you guys. This man, this is a DV situation. This man called the police and mentioned that he pew-pewed her, and this is all that happened as they were investigating, talking to the guy and talking to the family and stuff. So put your seatbelt on, buckle in, y'all. It's not going to be the easiest body cam footage to watch, but we're going to watch it nonetheless.
In the early morning hours of Valentine's Day 2019, a woman named Olivia Jones walked the aisles of a local supermarket known as HEB Plus in preparation for dinner with her husband, Chris. As she gathered the ingredients, she observed a bouquet of pink and red roses, colors that symbolize tenderness and passion. As Olivia exited the store with the roses in her cart, she was unaware that in less than 40 minutes, she would be dead. A horrible consequence of so-called toxic love. The police would find her on her bedroom floor in a quiet neighborhood in Beaumont, Texas. 11 minutes earlier, her loving husband, Chris, dialed 911.
Beaumont 911, what is the address of your emergency?
Olivia! Please, hurry. Cut the take again.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm at home. I'm 5 minutes out in here. Please.
Somebody shot in the head.
My wife, please.
Tell me, where is she shot?
In the head.
Okay, where in the head? Okay. I want you to try to control the bleeding.
As soon as the call disconnected, officers headed on their way to the Beaumont, Texas home of Chris and Olivia, located at 5575 Pine Bur Boulevard. At 8:55 a.m., they arrived. Officer Otis Butler was met by a familiar face, 40-year-old Christopher Ray Jones, who was visibly distressed. Officer Butler was close friends with Chris and his wife Olivia. His body cam was rolling while Chris urged the officers to hurry into the house.
She in my bedroom. Where's the gun? In the bedroom, broken down on the dresser. Come this way. Okay. Please, this way, this way. Please.
As alluded to earlier, the officers made their way to the bedroom and found Olivia lying on the floor.
Baby!
Sir. Okay. Sit back. Sit back.
I tried to take it.
Get his.
Olivia was found face down with a gunshot wound to the back of her head. Astonishingly, she was still breathing. When the officers rolled her over, they discovered that the bullet had pierced through her right eye. The room she was found in was covered in blood, with spatter all over the walls. The paramedics arrived, and while they tended to Olivia, the police secured the area. Officer Butler had Chris walk him through the events leading up to the shooting.
What happened? We had a disagreement. And I say, baby, if you're not working with me, you're working against me. I say, we've been doing
Now, let me just say something about that. Because when I first heard that, I got triggered. I got triggered when I first heard him say that. These abusive ass men always want to create war in your home. Always. If you're not working with me, you're working against me. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Why are you approaching your wife like this? And the sad thing is, I don't know if you guys heard it, this is on Valentine's Day. And you guys saw her before she got home, 45 minutes before she got home, she went and bought herself flowers. All right? These demons always have such a skewed perspective of the environment that they're creating in their relationships, in their home. Right? If you're not working with me, you're working against me. That is a demon. That is straight up demon lingo. That's what these demons say. That's the terminology they use against their own loved ones, supposed loved ones. Because I don't think demons like him are capable of loving anybody outside of themselves and their wallet. But how is that the first thing you're talking about? If you're not working with me, you working against me. It triggered me. I'm not going to lie. So that's exactly why I issued a trigger warning. Because when they start to go into this demon's behavior, you guys are going to understand he is a demon in the flesh. I even feel like calling him a demon dumbs it down too much. But let's continue because he's obviously not bright.
My 19-year-old stepdaughter was 8. My 11-year-old was 1. I said, Olivia, we can't get it together. We can't be together. Okay. We got several reasons. And I say, I just want a divorce. And her reaction was, she got the gun? I said, give me the gun. She like, I don't remember which hand. I'm like, give me that gun. What is you doing? Stop trying to scare me. I took it. So when you grabbed it, went off. She yanked. I grabbed it and she yanked back. And the gun went off. Okay. The gun went off.
Chris's story immediately set off red flags. How could such a large man be overpowered by his significantly smaller wife? Chris dropped to his knees in anguish, but there were no tears as he asked Officer Butler if he could go check on Olivia.
There's never no tears.
Mr. Butler, I got help. No. You don't need to go in there, okay? Is she alive? Yeah, she is. Still got him. Is she alive, Mr. Butler? Please don't tell me she's alive and she's not. Yeah, when I saw her, she was. She was talking? She wasn't talking. Is she breathing? It looked like she was breathing. Don't go in there, sir. Sir, I need you to stay right here with me, okay? Calm down. Calm down?
Upon learning that Olivia was still breathing, Chris's reaction seemed strangely devoid of relief or happiness. Another red flag for Officer Butler. Back inside the home, Olivia's wounds proved to be fatal, and just after 9 a.m., she was pronounced dead. Officers searched the rest of the home and noticed that in addition to the surveillance cameras installed on the exterior of the house, there were 2 more cameras mounted in the living room, monitoring the interior of the house as well. They also discovered the gun that Olivia was shot with, a 9mm pistol covered in blood. However, they found it strange that the gun was in a different room from where the shooting took place. If Olivia was holding the gun when it went off, how did it end up in a different room? The only logical answer was that Chris must have moved it. Following this discovery, the officers decided that the best course of action was to detain Chris until they had a better understanding of what really happened. As Chris was getting handcuffed, his 19-year-old daughter, Ariel, arrived at the house. She had already been contacted by Chris, who told her what had happened. She was clearly devastated. While the officers tried to console Ariel, Chris was escorted to the back of a police cruiser. Lead Detective Mendy Freeman and Sergeant Yvette Barrero of the Forensics Unit arrived at the residence and were immediately caught up to speed.
According to him, she grabs a 9mm in their bedroom. And she did that. He claims he reached for the gun to try to get it from her. And when he reached for it, and they struggle over it, boom.
At that moment, Olivia's sister Angela arrived at the scene, and Ariel once again broke out into hysterics. All of the evidence was collected and sent to the crime lab. Chris was brought down to the station where they took photos of his hands still covered in blood.
They're waiting for the lead detectives. They're going to be the ones that actually interview. So
when the detectives finally arrived at the station, they started Chris's interview by asking him what caused the argument. He said that he felt as if Olivia wasn't pulling her weight in the relationship.
I am very particular. You heard that, that's true. I am very particular. You strive for the best for people. I work really hard, and I don't make excuses for myself.
Right. So for me, the red flag was the cameras watching her every move in the house. That was the first red flag for me. Now he's talking about being particular. Particular about what? Particular about what? The house is spotless. The only stain in there is the blood that he just was smashed out of her head with the gun. Particular about what?
And I don't accept excuses for anybody else.
After telling her that he wanted a divorce, she went to the bedroom and grabbed the gun.
what did you say?
They always, you know what it is about these demons too? They always want to portray to everybody that the world, the women, the people who are dealing with them are going to be so devastated when they leave them. Honestly, he could have left himself. She would have been just fine, I bet. At least she would be alive. There's no way with a daughter that is that devastated for her passing that she was going to be so sick that you left her and be so sad and delete herself knowing her daughter will be coming home soon. He's full of it. He's full of it. He's really going to sit here and try to imply that she did that because he was breaking up with her. Delusional. Extremely delusional.
Really? This is not going to solve anything.
Okay.
You know, this is not, you do not want to do that. Put that freaking gun down before you make a mistake and hurt yourself. She was crying. She was crying.
Chris handed over his cell phone, which had access to the home security camera footage.
Say you want to access just that camera. You touch that. And that's just that camera. Okay. You follow what I'm saying? So far. Let's go back to devices. Yes, sir. And everything is labeled. Carport, backyard, front door, back door, laundry room, side garage, living room, kitchen.
The police examined this footage, hoping to corroborate Chris's story. At 8:41 a.m., Olivia can be seen going about her morning routine in the kitchen. Then, all of a sudden, the footage cuts out. 3 minutes later, at 8:44 a.m., the video is back up, and Chris is captured frantically pacing around the house while on the phone with 911.
How ironic. He has the camera watching her all day, every day, probably terrorizing the poor lady. But in the minutes that he deleted her, somehow the footage just disappeared. The footage just miraculously is gone. But all the other times that this nigga been watching her, paying attention to every little thing that she does in every room of that house, that footage exists. But the 3 minutes where she passed away somehow just poof, disappeared. slick too.
11 minutes later, at 8:55 a.m., the responding officers can be seen entering the residence. That means that Olivia must have been shot during this 3-minute gap in the footage. In the interrogation room, Chris was asked why this footage was missing. He claimed that he had no idea.
We're still trying to pull up these videos here, okay?
He had no idea, or he went back.
Why would there be no recordings on that? I don't know. It should be. Everybody that went in that house should be on it. But like I said, the internet, you can go through days and it pretty much does it. We shouldn't have bought that. You just keep, like, you can pick whatever day you want and it's never going to be consistent. That's why I said it was a waste of money. Well,
I know, Empress. It's just, this body cam footage that I watch sometimes, it really helps you to see their true perspectives, because you will get men who, and I'm going to say this, Dr. Umar's ugly, fat, sloppy ass just did a video a couple of days ago talking about, shame on you sisters for lying on these brothers. Shame on you sisters for lying on these brothers. As if black women, which even though she's not, at least in a case where black women have a 6-time deletion rate than any other woman group of domestic abuse, why would he sit here and do a video calling women liars, talking about they're lying on men? Who lied on him? Who told him to delete 4 minutes of footage, which probably would have proved that he's an abusive, mean, rude, ugly piece of garbage? Who's lying on him?
I'm wanting desperately to find some video on here that corroborates what you're telling us, but almost all the videos start right after this event happened.
Chris had a bunch of excuses, from internet problems to not charging the camera properly. But at this point, the detectives were taking anything Chris said with a grain of salt. It seemed more likely that Chris, the only one with access to the footage, had tampered with it. Since they did not have the video, they had Chris reenact the moment that he tried to disarm Olivia.
Now go ahead and do my initial. She pulls it. Give me the.
You see?
Okay. And I'll go.
You don't
No,
you're
good.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. Like the chair.
I'm reliving it. How you are? I'm reliving it.
Not
She
one
was shot in the back of her right head.
Did you feel me twist your? Did you feel me twist?
Back here.
Did you feel me twist your? I twisted.
With each question asked, it seems as if Chris was improvising the answer, actively trying to make the puzzle pieces fit together rather than telling the truth. The detectives ended their initial interview feeling more suspicious of Chris than ever. They then moved on to other members of the family, starting with Olivia's sister, Angela.
Olivia Jones is her sister, right? We've been talking a lot lately. We talk every day. I drop her baby to her at the tax office. She's always been timid about everything, but she was the type that whatever went on in their home, she would keep it there.
Yeah, kind of a private
person.
Yeah,
she loved her baby so much that she thought she had to live for them. She would never.
Angela went on to reveal the extent of Chris's control over Olivia.
She can't talk on the phone after a certain time. He controlled the finances. He never wanted to be in the presence of her family reunions, anything. He never came. But she would have to step off, and when he would call, and all you could hear was him screaming and yelling on the phone. His character is agitation. Like, his character is to be aggressive. I just don't get it. Because all she wanted, my sister was a married type. All she wanted was to be loved.
Yeah.
She loved love. Like, she loved her babies. She wanted to live for her babies.
To make matters worse, Chris's ex-wife Letitia, who he initially met back in 1999, corroborated his pattern of controlling and aggressive behavior.
I met Chris Jones in 1999. It was just like a constant fight. Like, he strangled me, choked me out, drug me through the house. My skin was missing off my back. One time he bit my hand. had this bite marks in my hand. This was what it was. If the house not clean, he's told me that he would kill me if I was to ever leave him. Told me how he would do it. The reason I never said anything or went for help was because I was extremely in fear of my life. Because I knew and I felt in my heart that he would kill me.
And most damning of all were the allegations made by Olivia's daughter Ariel during her interview. She explained what it was like living at the house with her mom and Chris.
One time they were arguing and I heard her say she couldn't breathe. I would see bruises on her. It broke her down to the point where she believed what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be nothing without me, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, and that's why they say the emotional abuse, the verbal, that is way, 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 way more detrimental. Not necessarily in terms of like, oh, that's more harmful than a punch. That's not what I mean. It's more so that if the abuser or the degenerate, I should say, can get in the head of the person that they're trying to abuse, it makes it easier for them, right? They start believing what this abuser believes about them, right? That devaluing stage of a narc becomes internalized, and it's no longer seen as just a like, oh, this person is outrageous. It becomes, oh, I'm outrageous, I deserve this. And that's what he did effectively, right? That's exactly what he did to her. Recording that. First of all, you're not about to record shit in my house. I don't care if you bought everything in this house. We're married. You're not recording a damn thing. You can record for security, but you're not about to record me just walking up and through the house so that you can come back from work and have an issue with everything I'm doing. That's the first red flag. The fact that he wanted to be monitoring her 24 hours a day. Why do you need to monitor her? Even when she gets up out the bed to go sleep in the couch, you can be watching her. He showed the police it's accessible straight from his phone. Why does this man feel like he needs to watch somebody he's been with since her kids were 1 year old, 9 years old, whatever he said? Why do you feel like you need to watch her 24 hours a day? Those cameras aren't for security, because the security cameras go on the exterior of your house, not the interior. There wasn't no young kids in the house. There's no babies. What is the excuse for needing to monitor her 24/7? That's a big red flag. And yeah, her children can't do anything about it. The only thing they can do is encourage her to leave, tell her she deserves better. Her family can tell she deserves better, that she can do better. But if she, the victim, believes that this is the love of her life, or like she said, she loves love and she just wants to make it work, then nobody can do anything. That's the scary part about these abusive type men. It is wild, because essentially you're watching an abusive relationship cycle out. Start out, probably love bombed her, got her, pretended like he loved her kids and all that, things like that, so that she can marry him. As soon as she was in the door, locked into the marriage, boom. Now he don't want to see her family, don't want to hang out with her family, don't want nobody around, don't want her on the phone, don't want her having a social life. She can't go outside. She don't have no control of the money. That's how it starts. What we're watching is a cycle of abuse play out. And in this case, it played out with the end of her life.
Everybody knows my mama. Everybody knows my mama. Everybody knows that we were her world.
With each person interviewed, the allegations against Chris were stacking higher and higher. They doubled back with him, urging him to tell the truth about what actually happened to the missing footage.
To be honest, I didn't.
I look guilty. I'm not deleting those videos. I look guilty.
Now, if you say right now, what you just say a while ago, I freaked out, I panicked, I did some stuff I shouldn't have done. Is that one of them?
Yes.
How many did you delete?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just afraid of being blamed for something I didn't do something that looks really bad on me.
While the confession was a much-needed win for the detectives, there was still no trace of those crucial 3 minutes of footage. However, the detectives did their due diligence. They spent the days combing through all available footage from the house to see for themselves what daily life was like for the Jones family. In these recordings, the true nature of Chris and Olivia's relationship was on full display.
Then you're gonna be looking stupid. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor, Mike. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on that. How is that like that? You're not paying attention. What the man?
Okay, please.
You wasn't worried about the son of a bitch a minute ago. That's your mother. Look at me like that, bitch. I'm not playing with you. Lazy. You want to do some shit now? Give it here. You got all the goddamn answers. You don't.
So we're supposed to believe this demon didn't purposely pew her in the head after talking to her like that? That's why he deleted the footage. I wonder what he said to her that day. We'll never know because he deleted it. But I wonder what he said to her that day that caused that situation. She probably didn't do nothing, just like this day. Go hire a fucking housekeeper. You want your house to be spotless. She ain't your damn housekeeper. Go hire one. Why you calling her a B word over some trash on a lid? And it don't matter that this man has a business and money. He's dusty. His soul is dusty. How are you going to call her out her name over some trash on a lid? Go hire a damn housekeeper. You want a spotless house. A lot of these men think when they get a wife that they're getting a home care worker. I don't even think she has kids with this man. What the hell are you screaming at her for?
Don't do a goddamn thing around this. Right. This your ass.
I know I was gonna be.
That's clean this. That's clean.
I didn't want to. They fell on the floor, so I didn't want to reuse them.
You look at it. You don't pay attention what the fuck you doing. You all over the place, Olivia. You ain't got the chance to claim no fucking law. Food on the wall. Who you burning now?
Me.
Harriet don't live here. It's you. It's always been you.
Chris would take any chance that he could to bully Olivia, constantly putting her worth into question, even humiliating her in front of her own daughter.
When I got the show ass, you didn't have a job. You collected unemployment. You just had a cough. And most men in this world want a woman that got what? You wouldn't be doing this if I would.
I wonder if this Dusty was listening to Red Pill content, because it's giving Red Pill. You don't have nothing to offer me. I wonder if this is one of Kevin Samuel's little Dusty students. I wonder if this is one of Kevin Samuel's Dusty students talking about you don't have nothing to offer me. Hey, young Riaz. It be the ugliest men, ugly and mean. Yes, they weaponize marriage. Being a wife, a husband is dangerous. He's dangerous because he's literally using her title as wife to mean housekeeper, to mean punching bag, to mean you got to do things my way. Why are you getting married if you're this particular? Live by yourself. Live by yourself. Wash your own trash cans. It ain't about money. They have a house. He's not losing out on money. Why is he yelling at her? And she ain't even fighting back. On top of that, she's blaming herself. Let me get this Dusty out of here. Coming in here on some bullshit. I'm sorry you saw your daddy putting his hand on your mother. That's why you think that shit is funny and cute. This woman is actually deceased. Nothing funny about that.
Got upset. You would have bagged that. That would be so much easier for me if you start thinking.
Yes, men who can't control their emotions, young Riaz, are extremely dangerous. extremely dangerous. As a man, as a woman, as a human being, you should know how to regulate your own emotions. If you can't control your emotions to the point you need to start attacking a human being like this, Ghostwriter says, let this idiot come into my world. Listen, he would probably bow down to you. United States Marine Corps, yeah, he would bow down to you. He would call you, yes, sir. He would be so nice, because these demons that have all this energy for women, when they get around men, they don't act like that. When they get around men, they don't start bucking up at them or calling them names or nothing. That's what they reserve for their women. Instead of the battlefield being outside, the battlefield is inside of their home. You know, that's why men don't get to deal with these types. These men wait till they're behind closed doors, that they know that's the only place that they can get away with talking to anybody, much less a woman like that. Emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, it's for humans. It's important for humans, not just women. That's why I decided to, or not just men, that's why I decided to change my language of that. All human beings need to know how to self-regulate. You should not be 50-something years old thinking that somebody got to clean a trash can the way you like. Yes, he deleted his wife. And then he had the nerve to say that she was the one trying to delete herself, and he went to reach the gun because she was so sad he was going to divorce her. Please. I'm sure when he said he was going to divorce her, she was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I bet you he said he was going to divorce her, and she's like, I don't care. And that could be exactly why he decided to take her off this earth. That is so good, young Riaz, because you know what? Too many people encourage these young men to not talk about their feelings, not to express themselves, and then when they finally do express themselves, this is what people have to deal with. Obviously, he never put his hands on her kids. He knew better than that. The daughter's not living with them. I wonder why. 19 years old, already ran out the house. I wonder why.
You do dumb because you don't think.
This footage shed light on Chris's true colors and confirmed the allegations of abuse from Olivia's family. Detectives also looked into Chris's criminal records and discovered that he had a history of violent charges, including multiple assaults in 1996 and a domestic assault in 1998, which landed him in jail for a brief period of time, even though they were still waiting.
Right before he got married to the wife that he was abusing, he had a violent streak. Everything you're saying is true. I've been married for 43 years and my wife is my world. This guy doesn't know what world he is in right now. Yeah, I believe he's a demon walking the earth. I believe he's a demon, honestly. Because anybody who has a wife and cares about them, they're not going to be up in here yelling at her every day, calling her names because of food on the wall. Are you kidding me? That's an easy fix. Grab a rag and wash it your damn self. But you know what? The problem is the world tells delusional men like that, right? That when they get a wife, that they're getting a housekeeper, that they're getting a punching bag, they're getting an object to lay down whenever they want, to do what they want. And when a woman doesn't meet that for them, no, now it's all this violence. That's why a lot of these men today can't stay married. They have attitude problems. They're rude. They're disrespectful. They're uncouth. And just because he had a successful business doesn't mean he's any less dusty than the average dust mite. I can't deal with the unregulated human being. I will not. Right. It's scary. Imagine waking up every day dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to regulate their own emotions, so they got to come take it out on you. Trust me, I know. It is hell.
For ongoing forensic analysis results, authorities.
His stupid ass, actually, because he was so arrogant, recorded himself being hell to that poor lady. I would be telling him he could be by himself and packing a bag. I talk back, I'm a problem. Exactly, Lana. And you know what, Lana? I believe that I truly believe that he deleted the footage because he probably threatened to leave her, probably threatened to divorce her. And she said, you know what? I don't care anymore. I truly believe it was something like that. Because a lot of times these demons will act like they can't stand the woman, but as soon as that woman is ready to leave, then they got a problem. I believe that he probably threatened, oh, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna divorce you. And she said, you know what, go ahead. I just bought myself flowers on Valentine's Day. I don't need this marriage. And that probably set him off. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what really happened, but why delete the footage? You left all this other footage of you treating her like hell. And then he's gonna call himself particular. Yeah, the special place is 6 feet under. And I'm sure her children and family feel so guilty. But you can't, there's nothing you can do to a demon like this. He will find a way. And he's so good at manipulating the woman that he's controlling as well, that it doesn't matter what her family tries to do. But I bet they felt incredibly guilty.
Authorities believed that they had enough evidence to place charges against Chris.
News this morning, a Beaumont man is now facing murder charges in a Valentine's Day shooting of his wife. Police say this man, Christopher Ray Jones, who worked as a correctional counselor at the Beaumont Federal Prison, killed his wife, Olivia.
Chris was charged with first-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter in April of 2019. But unexpectedly, within 24 hours after being charged, he was released on a $150,000 bond and was put under house arrest with a GPS monitor.
Now, a man charged with murdering his wife is back at their home.
40-year-old Christopher Ray Jones was arrested and charged with shooting his wife in the face on Valentine's Day. His bond was set at $150,000. He paid and is now out.
Many taking to social media to voice their concerns, stating,
how do you delete your wife and they only give you a $150,000 bond? That's literally $15K. He's a business owner. He probably put that up so quickly. That's ridiculous.
things like, can't believe he's out on a $150,000 bond. That's crazy. What's wrong with our system? And can't believe they would make his bond so low that he got out. He should not be walking the streets.
While out on bail, Christopher was allowed to continue operating the Jones family business, a food truck called One Plate at a Time. The judge allowed Chris to work while out on bail since the food truck is directly beside his home. However, this decision was controversial amongst Olivia's family and the community. They knew Chris was the only person with Olivia at the time of her death, and they all seemed to believe that he had killed her.
This food truck on Concord Road in Beaumont is a hot topic on social media. It's not generating rave reviews from many, but condemnation from a grieving family.
I don't see how would anyone want to support someone who murdered their wife on Valentine's Day, which is a day that we are supposed to celebrate love. And the day that she was going to celebrate that with him, he decides to take her life.
Chris's image was tainted even further when the results from the crime lab came in. The bloodstain patterns at the crime scene indicated that the gunshot wound could not have happened in the way that Chris described it. Additionally, investigators found no gunshot residue on Olivia's hands, indicating that there was no way she was holding the gun when it went off. There was, however, gunshot residue on Chris's hands and clothing. Despite all of the evidence pointing towards Chris,
yeah, he definitely lied. He definitely lied. First of all, I knew he lied when he said that the reason why she pulled out the gun was because he threatened to divorce her. Girl, please. I'm pretty sure she was happy to get away from him, and that might have been what set him off. She went and bought herself flowers. Why would a woman buy herself flowers when she got a husband? She was probably done. She was probably like, I'm done with this. This nigga doing too much. He don't treat me right. My kids are gone. This is terrible. Because you know women do snap out of it eventually. Victims snap out of it eventually. But a lot of times it's too late. For her, it was too late. I knew he was lying when this nigga said she went and got a gun because he threatened to leave her. There's footage, daily footage of you constantly accosting her, and you expect us to believe that she didn't want to leave you? Who knows? Maybe even she saved some money and he got upset. That judge is insane. That judge is so irresponsible. So irresponsible. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button. But that judge wasn't he a police? No, he owns a food cart. So you saw there a couple minutes ago, they were talking about how he was let out on bail. His bail was set at $150,000. He's a business owner, so it wasn't difficult for him to go and get $15K to get out of jail, because you only need to post about 10% of your bond. He went, posted that bond, and got out for the whole time that the case was being worked. He was literally sitting there in front of his house selling food like he didn't just delete his wife. Yep, that's why I was trying to give you a little bit of a rundown. But a few minutes ago, they were talking about how he was able to run his business after being accused of deleting his wife. Not being accused. He clearly was there. The only person with gunshot residue on his hand. These are things that they knew. She didn't have any residue on her hand, even though he claims that the gun supposedly was fired while he tried to grab it with her. In cases like, in struggles like that, the gunpowder would be on both people. But if you shot someone in the face, you're the only person who's going to have gunshot powder.
He pled not guilty to his charges. But before his trial would take place, Olivia's family held a gathering to honor her memory.
This Valentine's Day,
Praying for you.
purple and red balloons filled Rogers Park.
Purple means domestic violence.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to
red was one
apply.
of her favorite colors.
1 year ago today, Joshua Simmons lost his sister.
Valentine's Day was one of her favorite holidays.
I would give almost anything to have her back right now.
What's this year been like for you and your family?
If you can wrap it up in one word, it would be frustrating.
Frustrated with the fact that Jones isn't behind bars. Now the family wants to raise awareness for domestic violence, but more than anything, they want justice for Olivia.
We want him to spend the rest of his life in prison.
No.
While my sister.
That's the interesting part too. They didn't have kids together. She had children already. She had 2 children, I believe. Yeah, she had 2 children because one of the daughters spoke and she was like, yeah, it was a nightmare living with him. He was so disrespectful. And if you were here a little bit earlier, if you guys want to rewind, in this actual video, there was footage of him disrespecting her in front of one of her kids. So they don't have any biological children together, not that I know of. I know he did help her raise her kids when they were young to now, but they don't have any children together. So they were just married. Obviously, he has a business and things like that. So, they weren't in need of money or anything like that. There was no financial issues. He runs a business. He got out of jail that day and went and ran his business. So, I really don't know what this dude's problem is. He just seems like a jackass, like he was born a jackass, is going to pass away one, unfortunately. But yeah, let's continue.
So spend the rest of her life in the grave.
Oh, wow.
After finally having an opportunity to celebrate Olivia's life, her loved ones would once again have to face her death during Chris's upcoming trial. The courtroom was packed with family members from both sides. It had been over 3 years since Olivia's death, and despite the clear tension between the two families, they all wanted the same thing: justice for Olivia. Prosecutors Jimmy Ham and Mike Laird described Chris as an abusive partner with a violent past, and it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. Chris's defense attorney, Ryan Gertz, argued that Chris only grabbed the gun because Olivia was recklessly handling the weapon, putting both herself and Chris in a dangerous predicament. Forensic pathologist Celestina Rossi provided critical bloodstain analysis and confirmed that Olivia did not have any gunshot residue on her, contradicting the defense's claims that her death was merely an accident. The testimonies and evidence combined ultimately overpowered the defense team, and on February 8, 2022, Christopher Ray Jones was found guilty for the murder of his wife, Olivia Jones.
1,118 days. That's how long Olivia Jones's family says they've waited for this moment. The moment when Olivia's husband, Christopher Jones, was found guilty of murder. Olivia died at the hands of her husband on Valentine's Day 2019, and instead of spending a lifetime behind bars,
we elected to agree with the state to a 30-year sentence because of the potential risk of, an even higher sentence.
In exchange, Christopher waived his right to appeal the conviction. After the judge handed down the sentence, Olivia and Christopher's 2 daughters took the stand. Looking directly at their father, they described the impact of Olivia's death. The youngest daughter, who was only 11 when her mother died, said, quote, "I'll forgive you one day, but right now I can't." Throughout the trial, the prosecution described a history of abuse that finally blew up. Defense attorney Ryan Getz argued a different version of events.
I think that we'll never know what happened in that room. Ultimately, my impression from the jurors is that they just didn't believe Chris's version of events, and that really only left the one alternative.
This was an emotional day for Olivia's family. As they were leaving the courtroom, they were encouraging each other, saying, "Today was all about Olivia, and she won."
Christopher Jones is currently serving his sentence in the John M. Wynn Unit in Huntsville, Texas.
Ooh, and you know, actually, Texas is very strict on domestic violence, so I'm surprised, you know, that he was able to go that long just literally abusing her. She was already mentally and emotionally destroyed. She didn't have the strength to get gone before that happened. Yeah, and honestly, the fact that he deleted footage, it really makes me think that she was probably already indifferent to him. And he didn't want them to see that interaction because he didn't want them to believe that she willingly didn't want to be with him anymore, wanted to leave him. You know, these men, when they have a little money in their pocket, they think that the world is at their feet. You know, they truly think that you can have and do whatever they want just because they have a little bit of money. You know, that's why every time I hear these conversations where men are trying to say, well, he's a high value man, he's a 6-figure man, he's just a great man because he got some money in a job or money in a career. No, he's a man based on his character, how he treats women, how he treats people, period. You know? What do you mean get going? Michael, please, some of you demons who obviously act just like this termite, some of you demons are literally coming in here triggered as hell. Just shut up and watch the video or get the hell out of here, honestly. All right. So this last one, this is my last case that I'm going to be reviewing, partially because I just saw something that I wanted to watch in a little bit. I'm about to get going on y'all. But this is the last case that I had to talk about today. I wanted to do some of these more like iffy situations because I think it's important for us. Like, that's the one thing that I appreciate about body cam footage is we get to see the reality of what's going on out there in the world, conflict, what's going on in these domestic situations, what's going on in these instances where, you know, people are running into the police, they're having encounters with the police, you know, all of that stuff is very, very interesting. It means leave him. You know, Lana, I believe that Michael is triggered by the subject matter. And so instead of focusing on what we're talking about, he's going to start trying to nitpick things. Just like the demon in the last video we saw, he's super particular, you know. So I think that's what's going on here. So thank you for still talking to him and trying to help him understand, even though he's being a dingbat on purpose. All right, so this last story that we're going to look at, the footage, is actually a case that was kind of sad, honestly, when I first watched it. This is a case of not knowing your worth. You know what I mean? I personally think, let me get this dust mite. Let me get this dust mite out of here because I know some of y'all don't like the subject matter, so y'all come in here triggered, angry, upset, thinking about your dad, thinking about your mama, thinking about how you grew up. This is not what we're doing here. We're looking at body cam footage. If it triggers you, feel free to leave the stream. But this next one is actually a case of not loving yourself. Okay, this is a battle for males, and it honestly, there's nothing that can be said. We just gotta watch it.
27-year-old Antonetta Stevens mercilessly beats 30-year-old Ashley Bocanegra in the street behind the Preston Hills at Mill Creek apartment complex. She screams threats at her, punches her in the face, and throws her body against the asphalt. As Bocanegra begs Stevens to stop, 17-year-old Janine Gonzalez records the assault on a cell phone. The footage of the fight is too graphic to put on screen, but if you listen, you can hear the threats and other evidence investigators gathered from the video.
Stop, you so lucky my nails is hurting because I was really do worse to you right now. I will do worse to you. I will do worse to you. I will do worse to you. That's why he was trying to protect you, but now he don't care for you to get your ass beat.
The fight is over a man named Daniel Gonzalez.
Like, I'm not trying to make light of this situation because this is a very situation, but why do y'all be like, Why do y'all be fighting over dudes like this? Look at his ponytail, bro. Look at his ponytail. I'd be so confused when I see situations like this.
Who's allegedly carrying out a relationship with both Stevens and Bocanegra. Janine Gonzalez, his younger sister, is good friends with Stevens. Stevens
And make sure y'all take a good look at this little dummy over here too, because the company you keep can be so detrimental to your life, right? When we get into the sister too, make sure y'all keep an eye on her.
Janine Gonzalez, his younger sister, is good friends with Stevens. Stevens and Bocanegra are both mothers to young boys. At the time of the attack, Bocanegra's son is 7 years old. Stevens' sons are 3 and 9. Stevens knows Bocanegra as her fiance's manager at Floor and Decor, where he works overnight shifts.
Wanna get up?
Get off me.
Get off my hair, I'm gonna you up.
Let me go then. Get off me.
Say hi to Daniel.
Get off me.
Say hi to Daniel.
Get the fuck off
You know
me.
he said I could come out here and you up, right?
Okay, good.
You know that, right?
Uh-huh.
He's in the house with our son.
Hey, wow.
He
so
said
this
I
is
could
what
you up. Yep, this is what we do. If I get mad and he knows I'm leaving, he feels sad. He says, I'll let you her up. That's what I'm doing. You up.
All right.
Tell me everything.
Hey, you got it. Get off.
Nope.
No, you ain't got.
You
don't
want to
get
be
to
on
say
my
so.
man, right? You want to be in front of my man, right?
Get off.
Right? You his manager? I'm getting you fired. That's bias.
Okay, so
Yep,
go ahead.
that's a
You do
conflict
that.
of interest.
You
I'm
do
showing
that.
this to the job.
Okay.
You're f***ing my while he's on the clock. My going there trying to ruin his family. He has a whole son. You're mad for him?
Okay. Get off. Wow.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off me.
Does that? That's it.
Get
Imagine having this much vitriol for a woman when your man is the one stepping out on you. Your man is the one stepping out on you. Your man is the one who doesn't care about you and your child, but you're this angry at a woman who don't even know you from a can of paint.
Yeah.
During the fight, Stevens instructs Gonzalez to steal Bocanegra's phone. They take it back to the apartment where they plan to call Bocanegra's fiance to tell him about her affair with Daniel Gonzalez.
Got my face. All right, get my phone. Nope, you're not getting it. You're jumping both of us for your phone. Get my phone. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Get my phone. No.
Bocanegra follows her assailants up to the apartment to retrieve her phone. Daniel Gonzalez, who was allegedly sleeping in the apartment during the attack, hears the verbal altercation between the women at his door and gives Bocanegra's phone back to her. According to the Gonzalez siblings, Bocanegra appears badly beaten. She goes to a local hospital to treat the injury she sustained from Stevens. Several passersby witnessed the attack. One person calls the Gwinnett County Police. Authorities go to Stevens' apartment that afternoon to ask what happened.
Can they come out? The females that are in there?
The females out there are fighting.
Yeah.
This girl, she came to my house. She's gonna sleep with my fiance. She works over there. She's his manager, and she keeps on forcing him to have sex with her.
Nobody's forcing your man. Listen, nobody's forcing your man to have sex with them. Your man is a cheater. Your man is a cheater. He don't have no power to force. That girl don't have no power to force your man to do nothing. Just because you work somewhere doesn't mean you have to listen to a boss telling you to have sex, much less you're a man. I can probably put money on the fact that he initiated all of the intercourse that they had. Was she going to be stupid enough to tell the police he's forcing her? She's forcing him to have sex.
After he then cut it off, or she's gonna fire him, and we ended up fighting right there because she approached my home. This is my home. She lives all the way over there.
Okay, is everybody in the house right now?
Oh, just me. I'm the only one at fault. Just me. The girl, she left.
Is your sister involved?
My sister?
Yeah, is she involved?
No, that's my sister-in-law.
Is she involved?
She was there.
Are you two arguing? Or are you guys?
No, we're not arguing.
Okay, so let's go inside.
The female that he's been sleeping with.
Him?
Yes, my fiance. I've known him for 5 years.
Okay.
We moved here together from up north.
He works at Floor and Decor. He's been sleeping with his manager.
And that's who was here?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've been feeling it for some time now.
Okay.
Yesterday, I'm walking to Quick Trip. I see them walking together. And you're a woman. You know our intuition. I know that's the girl.
Mm-hmm.
I seen her. We argued yesterday. He broke it up. It was fine. This morning now, she's calling, texting, saying that she's going to be coming here. I waited for her.
Stevens admits to waiting outside the apartment complex for Bocanegra to arrive, but she conveniently leaves out one crucial detail. Stevens lured Bocanegra to the apartment by posing as Daniel Gonzalez in a series of text messages.
Where's she at? She's walking to the park. Hold the phone now. By the what? By the pool? Oh. All right, bro. Where are we going? Look at her right there, right there. So guess what? That was me. You know who?
By that evening, Gwinnett County Police receive a call from the hospital where Bocanegra checked in. She needs to be transported to a different hospital for surgery. Unfortunately, her injuries are too severe. The 30-year-old New York native and mother to a 7-year-old boy dies before they can operate. Upon receiving the news of Bocanegra's untimely death, Gwinnett County detectives make their way to the Preston Hills at Mill Creek apartment complex. They're looking for Stevens and Gonzalez.
I know, that was the girls that were walking. They went to Quick Trip. Hey, I'm Detective Carter with Gwinnett County Police. Are you your internet?
Yes, hi.
Hey, this is Detective Poppy or Sergeant Poppy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We know that there was like an incident that happened earlier today. Has anyone called you about it since?
No. Was somebody supposed to?
Well, we just got another call about it. So I guess the girl went to the hospital and she died.
She died?
She's dead. So, but we know that there was like an altercation that happened beforehand.
And that was mutual, and she came here.
Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah.
So, but because of it,
I wasn't going to kill anybody.
Yeah,
I'm not that person.
I get it.
Yeah.
But because of that, we have to kind of talk to you guys and get a more formal statement.
Sure. Okay. Wow. I'm so sorry about that. That was.
And why is he gonna lie to that girl and say she was forcing him to have sex? Like, in some ways, it's his fault for putting a target on that girl's back like that. But this dummy still carried it out. I never heard about this story until I watched the footage a couple of days ago, Empress. It's crazy. It's crazy that, like, she's literally trying to act like her man's a victim. How is your man a victim because he slept with somebody else? Like, no, I know you didn't let her off, but it's like I can't even shift blame. Like, the only blame I can shift to him is being stupid enough to tell his girl. First of all, he told his sister, but tell his girl who the girl is, how to get, like, to still be having contact with her, knowing that your girl is crazy off the rails, and you lied to her on top of that. I'm not saying he should have knew she was crazy, but come on, that's not smart at all. You don't tell your girl who you're cheating with and then make up this ridiculous story and say that she threatened to fire you. You know damn well she didn't threaten to fire you. She came over to your house. She was probably still going to sleep with you. You got some nerve to lie on her on top of that. Now she's gone. There's no way to prove what really happened if they were carrying on a real relationship or anything like that. All we have is his dusty word. And I don't trust men that got them little swoop ponytails. Like, I don't trust it. You're grown. You shouldn't have that hairstyle.
It's not my intention. I've been mentally going through a lot. I have bipolar depression, and I'm just going through a lot right now. And, you know, I came here from up north with my fiance. That's him. Hey. I came here with my fiance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I came
Are you
here.
the sister?
Yeah,
Okay.
sister. I came here with my fiance to start a new life, buy a house, everything like that, and I never.
The fact that I really believe that she thought she was going to talk herself out of jail. Honey, you put hands and feet on her because your man's a cheater. It don't matter if you have bipolar depression at this point. And people, and I don't even like the implication that because somebody has bipolar depression, it means they're going to go putting their hands on people. No, they're not. No, that's what your messy ass did. That's what you did individually. That's not what any woman or random person with bipolar depression is just going to do just because you did that. And she's trying to play dumb. It's not cute and it's not slick either. And she's still going to jail. The fact that she thinks she's going to escape jail by telling them she has bipolar depression, sitting here on the door trying to play dumb, girl, they're going to yank your ass and go talk to your stupid ass at the court, at the police.
I never expected him to basically cheat on me with someone at the workplace. You know what I'm saying?
So we would like to get like a formal statement. So we're going to ask that you come up to our headquarters and talk to us.
It's just right up the street.
Okay. All right.
I hear kids. Is there someone else here that can? There's someone here with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once Stevens and Gonzalez arrive, the women are placed in separate interrogation rooms where they wait for Detective Araya and Detective Carter.
Just go through basically, since I wasn't there and I'm playing catch up basically. So what happened?
So like, let me start to where it leaded.
Okay.
Okay, so like, since I've been down here, they haven't been on good terms. So, you know, arguments back to back. So like, we just came back from Florida like not too long ago from her mom's wedding.
And let me say this. I told you guys she was laughing, man. She's sick. Right. Let me tell you all this too, though. I told you guys pay attention to this dummy. Right? I told you I'll pay attention to this dummy because she's going to start spilling her guts and we're going to finally realize why all this happened. I'm not going to just put the blame 100% on the shoulders of a 17-year-old because if you're dumb enough at 27 to be following what a 17-year-old is telling you, you're dumb anyways. But just pay attention to this little girl because she thinks she's grown as hell over here talking about the situation with a smirk on her face.
Mm-hmm.
And we left on bad terms with everybody because my brother got into a, incident with her stepdad. So ever since that happened and we left Florida, it's just been rockier. It's just been worse arguments. So, yeah. Sorry, I just couldn't. You're fine. Okay. Yeah.
At this point, again, she knows the girl is deceased, right? She knows the girl's deceased. Also, what are y'all going? So you guys, both of you, this person that she sees as a sister, both of you have no respect for her family. So you went up to Florida and were over there acting a damn fool with her family and you left on bad terms? It's giving disrespectful people anyways. It's giving, why did she get with this man to begin with? Because not only is he a terror and a dust mite who's going to cheat on her left and right, but his sister clearly has a bag of bread for brains. Okay, because again, she's laughing through an interrogation that is related to a girl being gone. Wait, so they recently moved to that area? Yes. Yep. She talked about, I just moved here with my fiance. We bought a house. No, she was obviously living in a complex. So she was giving that man way more credit than he deserves. And then on top of that, painting him out to be a victim. But pay attention to what this little girl's going to say, because this little girl who thinks she's grown and smart is going to start flapping her gums.
What's up earlier? Okay. So, they're arguing or whatever. So, my brother, him being a man, cheats. Like always, he's feeling less than, he thinks it's okay to cheat. So, he tells me. So, he tells me who's he cheating with and stuff. Now, me and my stepsister, not my stepsister, my sister-in-law, we're very close, so close, you understand.
Red flag, calling her stepsister? First of all, why does this young lady live with them in the first place? Why does she live with her brother and his fiance? Because it's giving shit starter, because she's laughing and giggling, knowing damn well a kid is going to not have their parent anymore after this. There was no way it was forced. What do you mean, Lana? I don't think anything was forced. I do think this little girl, though, and her man, and her brother, but the other girl's man, I do think they're a toxic, disgusting pair. I just think he never thought that that girl would go so far as to go and whoop some girl's ass so badly that she passes away. I'm pretty sure he never thought she would be capable of that.
She's more of a sister to me than my brother's a brother to me, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
very
So,
close.
like, we're very close.
Yeah.
So, once he told me, I was just like, ooh, I just tell her.
It's girl code. You have
Yes,
to.
right? So, especially when, right after he told me what he was doing, he wanted to do it with her. So, I was just like, I'm about to tell her. 2 days prior before this.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to say nothing. I know some siblings be in each other's business and be all, they be telling each other everything and stuff like that. Why does this little girl know that you cheating on your wife or fiance, whatever you want to call it? And it's not funny, but she's laughing. Why does she know? Why are you telling her knowing that her and your fiance are close? Like, it's giving family of dimwits. It's giving family of dimwits. Let's continue.
Day. We were just chilling. She was working, and Daniel did something to her to make her upset. So we were talking or whatever, and I was just like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you." No, I didn't forget, but that's still. So I was like, told her what happened. He explained what she did or whatever. She was like, "Oh, really?" He's upset, whatever. I was like, "Don't tell him that I told you because he's gonna be mad at me."
Right.
Okay, so after that. He explained how the girl looked to me though, and curly hair, Puerto Rican, skinny girl. So I was like, alright. So then I explained it to Janetta. So the next day after that, we went.
So basically, and again, I'm not gonna blame this entirely on this little girl because her brother and his fiance are grown ass people, 27 plus. Yeah, you can tell she loves the attention. Yeah, she's enjoying telling the story as if somebody isn't going to be without a parent because of the nonsense that not only she, but that girl were up to. I don't know what's wrong with this girl. At 17 years old, I'm not going to be involved in nobody being deleted. And if I find out that I was accidentally involved in some shit like that, I'm not going to be smirking and laughing. She's literally telling this like it was a Saturday night at the club.
To the store last night. Last night. We went to the store last night and we were walking the Quick Trip. Quick Trip is right there,
I know how y'all walk earlier.
Yeah.
I thought that was you guys.
Okay, so we walked to Quick Trip. As we're walking to Quick Trip, the both of them are walking together from Quick Trip. So they're just now leaving and we're just now coming. So Antoinette is like, is that Daniel walking? So now she runs to him like, who is this? So he's like, oh, it's my worker or whatever. Mind you, before we walked to Quick Trip, we asked him, when you go on your break, can you take us to the store? He said he couldn't leave on his break. So when we saw them walking, it was like, you just said you couldn't leave on your break. Now you walking with her to the store?
The girl Gonzalez describes seeing with her brother was Ashley Bocanegra. Daniel Gonzalez also confirms this time.
I'm going to get back to the... Listen, y'all. I can't. Like, look at this nigga. Look at this male. I'm not going to say nigga because y'all know he ain't black. Look at these ponytails. Like, this is what women are going out crashing out for. I'm not saying there's any man worth crashing out for, but this? You're deleting another girl because this cheated on you? You don't think you can get anything else? Like, it's weird to me. It's weird. It's very weird. It's making me uncomfortable because not only is he not cute, but he's a dummy. He got his little sister living with him who is a shit starter, obviously. She's clearly a shit starter. Everything he tells her, she goes and runs and tells that girl like they're... That's why she confusingly said stepsister, as if that man is her dad. That man is your brother. Why are you acting like you're a stepsister to this girl? Look at this dude's ponytails. Like, it's beating me, honestly. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for joining the show. What's going on, Victor? Joshua, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining the show. Miss Chakra Love, how you doing, girl? Robin M popping back in. I just can't. Look at this nigga.
Timeline to investigators.
So after that,
He got pigtails. It ain't even just one ponytail today. It's two. He got pigtails in his motherfucking hair. Oh. Chakra says, what's going on, Donald Long? I'm not even trying to clown, Josh. I'm genuinely confused. Like, this man got pigtails in his hair, and a woman just deleted another woman who's a mother. I'm so confused. Cola, he got pigtails. Pigtails on his head as a grown man. And this girl had the nerve to say that he was being forced to have intercourse. I can't. Chakra says when you have intercourse with these men, you exchange energy. That's why they act crazy. Well, it's demonic energy. Pure demonic energy.
she's kicking Daniel or whatever. She don't want to live with him no more. It's either he gonna leave or she's gonna leave, and she gotta leave the kids, everything. So it wouldn't make sense if he just left. So he's getting kicked out, whatever. And then I guess she was coming to see him. He was getting kicked out. I don't know. I wasn't know his messages. I'm not sure what was that. But I guess she was coming to see him because he was getting kicked out. And it's not us all the messages. So she decides, now she's about to come see you. Now I'm about to beat her up. Because you just saved me from her the other day. No, that's how it was. So she's coming. So it's Netta and me. We go. And she comes to the house, big fight. So after the fight,
a little, man, this girl she's deeply disturbed. She is deeply disturbed, but you're spot on. There is something off with her. The fact that they told her that a girl passed away and she's laughing in the interview and she's nonchalantly telling this story, it's weird. Yeah, she's talking to the police like that. She's literally... Cola, please. Please, I'm trying to be serious. She said her teeth and eyes. Man, them beady little eyes and them shaved down teeth. Yeah, I saw the same thing you're seeing, girl. And she's literally, she's talking to the police like this. She's talking to the police, giggling. And, the cop is not stupid. The cop is literally going to play her, let her feel comfortable so she can tell more and more and more. That's why the cop is like kikiing with her, not because she believes her. But this girl she's too dumb to realize that. Let's continue. I'm going to do a few more minutes of this and then I'm going to peace out of here, y'all, because I do got to start getting some stuff done for the day. I've been so unproductive today. So unproductive. Sound like she talking to her homegirl, right? Because the girl cop is doing a good job of talking to her. She's literally chatting to her like they're just going back and forth like homegirls.
Hey, we took her phone. We were gonna call her husband to let her know that just there's some love.
Gonzalez is laughing and smiling throughout her recounting of the story. She doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation she's in. If she does understand, it appears she doesn't care.
Oh, okay, so we close the door. She starts banging on the door like crazy because, we got her phone. She wants her phone back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then they'll give her phone back. And then I don't know what the hell happened after. She gave her her phone back. Literally, like, she left right after. I don't know what. I don't know how she left. Like, I wasn't watching after that because my brother was mad as hell, and you know he don't want me in the business. I was already in it too much. So he's like on my ass, so I'm just like okay. So I don't know what happened after she left, but literally.
This is why I asked, what is the purpose of her living? Because most of the times, you know, these people be thinking their hair is clean, Sam. You know, these people be thinking because it's shiny, that means it's clean. They don't know that shine is dirt and oil, right? But I'm asking, what is it? Why is this girl living with you and your fiance? Is it free childcare? Because I wouldn't want a dummy like this watching my kids. Why is she around him and his fiance? This girl clearly has no issue getting violent. She has no issue becoming a degenerate. Why is she living in your home? Right? Because this big dummy, his fiance who went and pummeled this girl, this innocent woman for no reason. Why is she living with them? And why is she calling her sister-in-law her stepsister? Not sister, stepsister.
Right after she left, a third party called the police. They came, you know, made a report, and then after that it was over, whatever. And then just know you guys came. Yeah, that's all I know.
When you guys fought, how long did that fight last?
Uh, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was early. But yeah, that's about it.
Have you ever been in fights before?
Me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have? Oh, okay. You seem kind of athletic. You play sports when you're in school?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do I really look athletic?
Yeah, you look athletic. Yeah, you got some shoulders on you.
Why would you do that? You don't know if I'm insecure about these shoulders.
While Gonzalez is laughing and joking, Steven's time in the interrogation strikes a different tone.
She's
She
so weird.
immediately requests a lawyer.
I will say that, you know, I don't go out looking to harm anybody. That's not my intention. I do feel, you know, very remorseful about anything that has happened with that young lady. I'll also say that, you know, it wasn't my intention to even get into an altercation with her today. She came over to my place of residence looking for my fiance. We argued. I was hit. We fought. I feel really bad, but you know, I don't know. I'm just, you know, this is just too much.
You okay?
No, I'm not. I'm just, you know, I have kids. I don't know how to feel, man. I've been going through too much.
17-year-old Gonzalez is willing to share much more of what happened with investigators.
So tell us about that. Like, how did that happen?
It was very vivid.
I know
It happened so fast, you know.
Now, I don't know what the laws are regarding minors and questioning of a crime. Where are her parents? Where are her parents? I'm not saying that I don't appreciate her speaking to the police, because I think at the end of the day, she's helping the police by having this conversation. But why is a 17-year-old living with her brother? No parental guardians in sight. She clearly comes from a rough background because she feels like tricking a woman into meeting up with her and beating her ass for no reason other than the fact that her sibling is a cheater is normal. Where's her parents? Why is she living with this couple? I really genuinely want to know where she's coming from, why she's involved with this couple's life. Not to say that the couple's innocent. Again, why do they have a 17-year-old in their home? And especially one that's this toxic. Getting in between the relationship, telling this girl the things that her brother tells her in confidence. I'm not saying she's supposed to keep that from the girl. She's getting engaged, and she obviously said that the reason why she told her because he thought he was going to sleep with her again. It just seems too entangled for me. There seems to be a level of bad boundaries going on here.
Fights are just like a blur when it happens.
Yeah.
But
where was she? I know you said earlier she came looking for him.
She came because he was getting kicked out, and she wanted to be a little writer.
Mm-hmm.
When she knows she a side chick and she got a husband at home, girl.
I know she's breaking up a happy home, but where was she at? Like,
no, she has a husband as well.
Yeah, no, but where was she at?
What do you mean?
You said she came and looked for him. Where was she at? How did y'all make contact with her?
Through messages.
Where did you meet up?
She was in our complex. I guess she lives like right near us.
Look at her right there, right there. So that's why that was me, you know. Yeah.
Like I think like there's like two sides of the complex. So you know that hill?
Yeah.
It goes around, and like when it goes up and around, there's another complex that looks just like the same.
Mm-hmm. So did she knock on the door at first, or you guys just saw her outside?
Outside. She didn't knock. She didn't get the chance to.
Okay.
Cause like, oh yeah, you got this coming. I'm about to be around. So yeah.
Did you guys start yelling at her before you guys approached her, or how'd that go down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It wasn't really yeah, it was just like, yeah, you can't see my. And then it was just fine after that. She knew what it was because she got ready to, you know. And it was just fighting.
Who was fighting?
The girl and Tanetta.
Everybody?
No.
Girl, you ain't get on in?
No. Like, yeah.
Of course you did. I know you did.
Just a little bit.
You guys, that's like you said, that's your homegirl.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Tell me about that. How that happened.
I didn't go crazy though, cause she's small as hell.
And where are her friends? Where is that lady's regular friends? I can't possibly believe that her only friend was a demented 17-year-old. It's tragic if that's her only friend.
Oh, like you're enough already. I don't need to be punching her, dragging her. I don't need to do all that. I'm good. Like in the beginning, she got on the floor. And I kind of like dragged her just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And then I stopped. I was just like,
it's hard. The adrenaline's going. You know, you gotta.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, let me stop. And then they're just fighting. And yeah, just a little hit. So I didn't really fight her. That's just crazy.
What made it stop?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird question. I never know.
Like was she saying anything or? Ashley, I mean.
No, she was just. I never. Out of all fights I've been in, I never saw somebody talk during a fight. Like while you're getting beat up, talking. I never met somebody that.
What was she saying?
She was just you know, talking. Oh, he doesn't want you. That's why he's not with me. Just like that.
Yeah.
Out there. And then like. It was just such a weird fight. Like she just kept on talking. Then she was like, "Aren't you his sister?" And it was just laughing all the time. It was just weird. She was a weird person. Huh?
You said she said grab the phone.
Yeah.
Antoinette said grab the phone.
I grabbed it.
Okay.
When she was talking back while she was getting beat up, like how that make you feel? Well, the stuff that she was saying.
Like, I didn't care.
She was angry. She's mad.
Because like. She was, listen, I don't get bothered by people who talk stuff. You gotta like really do something to me, you know?
She was talking to your brother though, and your sister.
Yeah, but it was just like, so, like you.
So you weren't mad? You was just nonchalant, just like whatever?
Yeah, I can't be that mad now, come on. She knew what it was. You're gonna talk regardless, it's a fight, what do you expect? So, I'm just like, I've been in multiple fights. They brought.
So you were just standing over them as they were fighting?
Yeah, I'm just like, what? But then I walked away because Daniel was mad as hell. Like I said, every time this is me getting into business period, he gets angry. And I don't got time for him.
Yeah.
But he was sleeping when the fight was happening outside, right? Because you said that she woke him up.
Yes, she did.
By she, you mean Ashley, right?
Uh-uh.
Who woke Daniel up?
She did.
Who's she?
Antonetta.
Okay. So you guys were outside fighting?
No. We woke him up when Ashley.
That's the thing I was a little confused about, Empress, because I thought you couldn't waive that right as a minor, but obviously, she was involved in a crime. I think they do have the right to question her. I'm just wondering, this girl is just yapping. She's 17, living with her sibling, clearly not a healthy-minded person. She talks about being in multiple fights. I don't know for what. 17 years old. I don't know. This girl yaps so much, and it's honestly so disturbing. Now, there's only a few minutes left here, but I do have to go shortly. Both of these women ended up being charged with a deletion, obviously, because they deleted the girl. If she had not fought those two women, she wouldn't be gone today. So they ended up being charged with it, but it's just like, I really don't get these situations where women will go and be more angry at the women who their partner engaged with than their cheating, philandering partner. You're engaged to a man who's already cheated on you. Why are you with him? I agree, Lana Love. I do believe that he has some culpability in it, because why are you telling your girl that you are being forced to have intercourse? If that's even remotely true, why aren't you seeking charges now that everything is out in the open? Not saying that he should be seeking charges on a person who's deleted, but it obviously wasn't true. The girl passed away in the hospital. They beat her so badly, she was having issues breathing and stuff like that. I'm going to show you guys one video before I get out of here, because I found this video after the fact, and it was extremely disturbing. But there was footage of her after, at her house. Ashley Bocanegra is her name. But there was footage of her coming, after she had came home. I'm going to show you guys, only a minute long. But she had came home after that fight, and she was having issues breathing and stuff like that. Her man wasn't home. Her fiance wasn't home. So I'm not saying anything. She was also a cheater, right? She cheated on her fiance. We don't know the details of any of that, so I'm not going to get into it. But her fiance was gone for a few hours, so it's not like she came home and there was somebody there. She came home, she was home by herself. And I'm going to play this quick little exclusive. I believe it came from their Ring camera after the crime.
Recorded just moments after she was attacked, we see Ashley clearly struggling in this video exclusively obtained by True Crime News.
She's walking funny already.
By the time her fiance, Julian, returns home, Ashley is having trouble breathing.
He looks really messed up, so right away he just makes a decision to rush her to the hospital.
2 hours later, Gwinnett County Police show up at Antonetta and Daniel's apartment with body cams rolling.
This girl, she came to my house. She's been sleeping with my fiance. She works over there. She's his manager, and she keeps on forcing him to have sex with her. And we ended up.
The fact that as a grown ass 27-year-old, you would truly believe that shit is crazy to me. But yeah, there was a video. She was coming home. You obviously see her struggling to breathe here. When she walks in, she looks disoriented. It looks like maybe she went home and had a shower. But when she walks in,
recorded just moments after she was attacked, we see Ashley clearly struggling.
And at first I was looking like, what is she looking at? I thought she was looking at her phone. Nah, she wasn't looking at her phone. Her phone was flipped this way. So her phone was like this. She was trying to get the key. You could see that she was barely cognizant. But yeah, they had beat her so badly that she ended up passing away. Obviously later in this video, she's having trouble breathing. And then that's when her fiance decided to take her to the hospital. But very tragic situation, very, very tragic. And you can't go fighting women. Your man cheats on you, that's between you and your man. That has nothing to do with no other woman. I don't care if she chased him down the street. I don't care if she called him every day, and so that's why he felt like he could cheat on you with her. Nah, that man cheats on you, that's between you and your woman. You have no business putting your hands on somebody else because of what your man did. You know, this one was an extremely tragic situation. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. A little bit of heavier body cam footage, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit the like on your way out. I appreciate everybody who's hit the like so far. If you guys would like to support the channel, please feel free to do so by sending a gift. You can send a gift after the show ends. You can send a super chat. You can send a super thanks. Any of those things would be extremely helpful and well received by me. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning. I'm going to go get to cleaning and get to being messy like I always do. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right? Thank you so much.
Florabella on my screen. Her smile is shone so bright. She's a queen with every scene. In the morning or the night. Recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora. She's got that power. Spreading her aura. Blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora. She's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora. She's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora. She's got that power. Spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong.